start loading. Alright, now we're able to see everything. It should be good. Okay. Alright, back in the Hinterlands. Hi everybody, Ostook Renegade again, and we're playing Dragon Age Inquisition once again. Last time we had met with Chantry, Fiona, done a few other of this never-ending list of side quests, and I decided we're going to go find the conscientious objector key. There it is, but I see a couple red dots. We're gonna go take care of these guys first.
Kill them all!
So far, we have
I doubt these were mere bandits. They moved with the efficiency of a trained group.
take out both, I think, the Templar and Mage encampments. Pretty sure, yeah. So we've managed to kind of make this place a little better, but of course we still have to decide whether we're going for the Templars, the Mages, who we're gonna make allies out of, and how to fix that game. So now we're doing things to level up, so we'll be level up to do either of these quests. Now I don't think I've said what we're doing, but if you're someone who maybe you're just playing this game for the first time or otherwise, I'll explain more about how I pick where I'm going the closer we get to it. Right now we're just kind of... Oh crap. Drop damage. We're just kind of doing some stuff that we need to get done. And I guess we're going to go close that rift because I'm not going to make it up this hill without closing it. Codexes we find, then just drop me a DM or something being like, hey, can you maybe start reading those? Or, which I'm probably going to start from this one, trying to read the ones that we find. Or if you don't want me to read them, be like, hey, we don't need to know all that, we just want to see you go and kill things. Because we like watching you kill things. You're like, okay, I'll go kill things. And show you the story. Story, side quest, whole 9 yards. So it just comes down to what you guys want. I know what I want in this game. I'm not gonna say it, but I know exactly what my plans are. My plans actually for this playthrough have changed already, so we'll see how that goes. Oh, hey, look. Letter found on dead body. Brother, I've fled the circle, but I want no part of this mad rebellion. The Templars and my brethren have both gone mad, and their war has torn apart the very sky. Some of the other isolationists suggested fleeing, and I shall follow their example. It has been too long since I last saw you, and it cannot be safe in Haven. If you can make it past the bandits and demons, join me at grandmother's old home northwest of the crossroads. With your blade and my staff, we can get through this together. Unsigned. That's helpful. Alright, so now we have the key to apparently Grandma's cabin. Yay! What happened to Grandma? That's the real question. What happened to Grandma? Alright, we'll go over here. We'll grab a couple of these caches before we leave this valley, just because I don't want to come back and do it. And probably go up and... I'll admit, I do get sidetracked while I play this game. There's so much to do and get done that it's like, oh... well, I have to do all of this, but all I wanted to do was get this stuff and leave. That doesn't work like that in this game. I mean, it could. You just end up backtracking for 20 years. Or several days of 12-hour gameplay. And anyways, needless to say. I'll be honest. I think my first playthrough took me... I think I was looking at like 140 some hours. So it's not like... it's not an easy, hard game to play, but it can seem really tough. But if you don't mind, then sometimes you can have some entertaining commentary. Alright, Ash Warrior's Refuge. This is fun. This mission kills me. Look, guys. Oh, that... Nope. Bring it on. I think as a whole, and this is what I've kind of figured over the entirety of playing all the Dragon Age games and getting into the story, I think the real problem people have with mages is not necessarily... some people have a problem with the fact they're mages, but most of them have a problem with these little jerks that like to sit around and they will like... they'll do stupid crap, and it ends up just getting everybody into trouble.
More supplies for Recruit Whittle.
Oh, hey, look, there's stuff back here. That's exciting. I'm gonna have to backtrack here anyways.
Red lyrium, and a would-be miner, I believe.
Okay. We gotta come back here actually in a little bit. Hey, look, a nug. Really? Come here. I care. Oh, are you serious? This is ridiculous. Come back here, nug. Yeah, I'm chasing a nug. One thing to note is after you reach a certain level, you actually don't get XP from nugs. You have to kill the harder stuff to get more XP. Which is understandable. You don't want people to like get by on levels earning like 20 XP on a nug, but that always sucks because it's like, oh, I need 20 nug leathers to make this jacket. So you gotta kill 20 nugs, you get nothing out of it except for a new leather jacket, which by then you probably have the stuff to make something better. Or new armor with nug stuff. Okay. Get there? Yeah. I gotta get there. Some way. Some way, somehow, some matter. I actually probably need to go back to Haven. But we are going to do the conscientious objector before I go back to Haven. And the last playthrough may be me stupidly just wandering around for a while, but just trust me. I sort of know what I'm doing. Emphasis on sort of. I tend to wander and climb up straight rock faces. I can't help it. Wait. It's right here? Oh, come on. No, up here. There's green there. I'm supposed to be able to jump on it. Alright, we'll climb up over here, I think. Boing, boing. Okay, that's what we did wrong. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so we'll keep, up and around. This quest is just kind of a pain to do because you have to figure your way up here. Oh, never mind. I do this all the time. I'm like, oh, it's on top. No. No, I'm just an idiot and I'm going the wrong way. Welcome to my life. I know where I need to be. I just don't always get there right. I think my last playthrough I actually did this first.
You know, every dwarf likes caves.
Ha.
There's almost no mention of your part in the tale of the champion, Varric.
I know everybody loves the nuts.
I don't want to bore people.
You don't want to incriminate yourself, you mean?
Oh, same thing, really.
Letter found on a dead dwarf. I needed to check a cave up in the hills off the path between Redcliffe and Haven. If you can get past the Mage's Templars, it's worth it. Purest vein I've seen so close to the surface. So that'll be something to go check out. As usual, because we're nosy and we go look at everything. It's like, oh, found this note between two people. I should go find out what's wrong. Then you get there, it's like, oh, never mind. Carry on. Some war table missions are fun too. It's like, oh, you need to solve this between so and so and so and so. It's like, oh. Okay. Not that I can say anything. Alright, we'll go to Whittle in a minute. We need to go... right there. I really need to go over there and get those campsites. Oh, well. We'll go from... That's a good place, honey. Alright. Moving on here.
Nothing to report, sir.
I can hum away. Wait, did I already go get that map? I think I did. Dead guy in a tree stand. Alright. Open a vein. Oh, maybe I already took care of that. Whee! Oh, I got health damage. That sucks. Maybe I should do that before I jump off of things. Oh. And if you'll notice, there's a lot less people trying to kill us now. Hooray! Because usually when you manage to solve these problems that we have with the Mage's Templars encampments, they tend to go away. Yay. when these problems go away, life is good. Over here, a shard. Oh yeah. There it is. Yes, I found another shard. They only comment like the first 2 times you find it, and it's just like, oh, whatever, you found a shard, that's cool. Alright, so here's that cabin I was talking about, the conscientious objector. To Grandma's cabin. Let's go to Grandma's cabin.
This place makes my skin crawl.
Oh, that's bad. There's a demon in Grandma's cabin. Cool. Fancy magic. Amulet of magic. I know who's gonna get that. Probably not soulless. Alright, so once not really much other than schematic and that amulet. Let's see. Let's look at why. Let's see why there might be a demon in Grandma's house. Oh, there's a pig boar skull and a ton of candles. I wonder if the sibling turned the other sibling into the demon. Invigorating stuff? Okay, so we were gonna do that. Okay, going to Blood Brothers, we can't get to that tent. I know that for sure. There's a rift. Dennett. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. We're going to go back to Haven for... No, we're not. We're gonna go do something over here, too. No, we are gonna go back to Haven. Yep, we're going back to Haven for a minute. I know you're probably sitting and watching this going, what are you doing? Why are you just running the map? It takes me a minute to figure out where I'm going. I can't stand to sit there and wander around and then finally come back and go, oh. And then have to go back and wander my way back to where I left. I'd like to get as much stuff done as I can before I have to go back. Mostly because in this game, well, not in this game, other games, you have like, they're like progress points. And it's like, oh, well, you get this far and you're like, oh.
Good day.
I gotta go take care of other crap. And so you're stuck in the perpetual idea.
You'll have what you need.
Taking care of crap. Oh, let's go talk to Blackwall, I guess.
Make her look at it. So much easier to ignore when it's far away. And to actually walk out of it. To be that close.
Whoa, that's a lot of people.
If I hadn't been saved by the Inquisition soldiers, I don't know what would have happened.
Inquisition soldiers? That's not what I've heard. I have to admit, I thought you'd be...
Human?
Yes.
Being up front is better than knife fear.
It was a foolish thought. Should have known better than to say anything. It's what you do and how you do it that's important. Just one question then. How do you think you fit in with all this?
I want peace, I'm not sure yet. Some worship me. I like that. No, I don't. I just want everybody to get...
I just want to help stop the war. Try to put things back in order.
A worthy goal, one I'm happy to support. For me, I'll be satisfied so long as we find the bastards that killed the Divine. They owe us some answers.
That they do, Blackwall. Why does it still want me to talk to Blackwall? Why? I hate that about this game. It's like, I'll talk to this person, or I'm not going to tell you why, but you need to talk to them.
I've heard rumors of abandoned warden camps all over these parts. If we have time, I'd like to take a look. See if there's anything we can salvage.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
Nothing right now. Perhaps in a bit.
Alright, we'll talk to him more later. I don't want to talk. I try to get out of Haven sooner than later. but there are certain people I do try to talk to more while I'm in Haven.
It occurs to me I don't actually know much about you.
What do you want to know?
I'm not sure. Where are you from?
I thought you knew that.
I suppose I could ask Liliana. She has collected a frightening amount of information on you. But I don't want to ask her. I want to hear it from you.
I don't know what you actually say when you make something up. But I just...
My clan never stayed in one place for long, though we primarily roamed the free marches.
Oh? I didn't think your people roamed that far north. But clearly I'm mistaken. I'm told some members of your clan might still be alive. Do you intend to go back?
Home is wherever I am.
Wherever I am is home enough for me.
That's how I feel now, after years of tending to business for the Divine.
Alright.
I'd like to get to know you better.
You would?
Is that a problem?
Not entirely. I'm just curious as to your motivation.
No motivation, beyond making things between us less...
Antagonistic?
Exactly.
As you wish. My name is Cassandra Pentecost, daughter of the Royal House of Navarra, 78th in line for the Navarran throne. I joined the Seekers of Truth as a young woman, and was with the Order until they withdrew from the Chantry. I remained as the Divine's right hand, carrying out her order to form the Inquisition. And here we are. That's all there is to know, my lady.
You're a member of Navarra's royal family.
The Pentecosts are a very large clan. Half of Cumberland could say the same.
Really?
No, but it feels that way. I have hundreds of relatives so distant they need charts to prove we're related at all. And they have them. Oh yes. The Pentecosts value their precious blood like it runs with gold.
And you joined the Seekers to get away from that?
It was a life worth getting away from. The Pentecosts are famed for dragon hunting, but few actually pursue the craft. Most are fat and lazy. They pay lip service to the Maker and care only for idle pleasures and past glories. My brother was all that kept me in Navarra. Once he was gone, so was I.
Tell me about your brother.
Anthony was older than I, a dragon hunter, who showed what a Pentecost could truly be. I idolized him. I wanted to hunt dragons as he did, even though our uncle forbade it. Anthony promised to train me in secret. We would hunt together one day, brother and sister, vanquishing the beasts of old. And then he died on me.
That sounds really awful.
It was the end of everything I knew. A group of apostates wanted dragon blood, and wanted Anthony to get it for them. He refused, and they killed him for it. In front of me. I begged the Chantry to let me become a Templar. Instead, they sent me to the Seekers. It took many years to let go of my drive for vengeance.
I must be better friends with her than I usually ever am. Because usually she won't tell you this yet. She didn't tell you this till later. I'm going... What? Okay. I understand.
I think I understand how you felt.
At times I could not breathe. The rage nearly choked me. I sometimes wonder how different my life would be if Anthony was still alive. Would I be a dragon hunter? Married to some noble fool, a mother of 3? I cannot say. I take solace in believing the Maker has a plan, but he is not always kind.
You don't seem to like your homeland much.
My family polluted it for me. What little I saw of my homeland was through the bars of a gilded cage. My uncle treated me like a porcelain doll to be placed on a shelf and dusted only when necessary. Thus I did not see Navarra, the real Navarra, until much later. By then I realized I knew it not at all.
Your uncle? What about your parents?
They had the misfortune of taking the wrong side in the second attempt to overthrow King Marcus. The king executed them, but spared my brother and I since we were family, and children at the time. Thus we were raised by my uncle, a mortale Tarsi who preferred the company of his corpses to the living.
Your uncle was a mortale Tarsi?
A death mage. He still is. My countrymen do not burn the dead, they bury them in special crypts. The mortale Tarsi supervise the crypts, like priests. Uncle Vestalis oversees the grand necropolis. Nevarans spend more time honoring dead relatives than they do with living ones. It is odd to be so fascinated with death and its trappings. I will never understand it.
Let's also remember that if Navarra has any of these rifts open up, they're out of luck. Because all these corpses are just going to raise up and kill everybody.
So you were the right hand to the Divine?
To Divine Justinia, yes. And Divine Beatrix before her, in fact. The position is normally reserved for Templars of the Knights Divine, but my circumstances were unusual.
Unusual how?
You don't know the story? Thank the Maker. I will tell you if you wish, but it isn't as exciting as some drum it up to be. The short version is that I once saved the previous Divine's life. My reward was becoming her right hand.
But what does a right hand do, exactly?
What is your hand capable of? It gives, it takes, it beckons. It makes a fist. Liliana and I extended the Divine's reach beyond the Grand Cathedral. We went where she could not. After Beatrix, I was tired of the position and wanted to return to the Seekers. But Justinia convinced me to stay. Her vision for the future gave me hope.
You thought she could really change things?
Justinia knew the war was coming long before it began. She tried to avert it, but the forces arrayed against her were too strong. Sometimes you have to break a bone so it can be reset. That's where the Inquisition comes in. It was to be the answer. A means to preserve as well as an agent for change. I only wish she had lived to see it.
So, what's the story about you becoming the right hand?
Sweet Andraste, do you really want to hear that? It was, what, 18, 20 years ago? Some still discuss it like it happened yesterday. The tale gets bigger each time it's told. I barely recognize myself within it now.
That's what happens with stories that become legends.
I am not a legend, nor was I then. I was a young woman barely out of training. To hear others tell it, I alone saved Divine Beatrix from a horde of dragons sent to assault the Grand Cathedral. Rather impressive for such a young seeker, wouldn't you say?
And the truth is?
I stumbled upon a conspiracy to kill Beatrix. A Templar Knight Commander was at its heart. And there was a dragon battle at the Grand Cathedral, but I had help from loyal mages who rallied to the cause. They freed the dragons from magical control. Without them, the Divine and I would both have died. Yet I became the right hand, and they are forgotten.
What happened to the mages that helped you?
They went back to their circles, with rewards and privileges and most holy gratitude. Many of them died at the conclave.
An impressive tale. I can see why people enjoy telling it.
Just wait till they start telling stories about you.
Oh god, that'll be bad.
I'll let you get back to work.
Alright, more codexes. Yippee! We're not gonna read them all right now, but yay! It is
See reason, listen. We cannot stay here.
Why not?
Because we're Templars.
What does that even mean anymore? That we declare our independence and march off to some hold and do nothing?
Better that than stay here with this Inquisition.
You're awfully quick to dismiss the people who saved your life, Matrin. I've heard about Valroyaux. This is not right. I will not be joining them. At least the Inquisition does not stand directly opposed to the Chantry.
Yeah!
I'd like your take on the Templar Order.
It's a shadow of what it was. where once we both protected all people from the dangers of magic, we now posture and grab at power. One day, I hope the circles are again sanctuaries where mages can practice their craft.
You're not going to rejoin the Order?
When the temple went up, your forces rescued those few of us still alive. My life is a debt I intend to repay, however I can.
Oh, cool.
Do you have any idea what caused the explosion?
No, I'm just a recruit. Belief and faith doesn't get you closer to the important meetings. Though that distance did save my life.
How did you come to be a Templar?
It seemed the right thing to do. My family are tradesfolk in Denerim. I could have become a cobbler like my father, but this seemed better. It's a chance to uphold the Chantry's laws and help the mages through a troubled time.
Not every Templar feels that way.
I know. Power can corrupt. It's a delicate balance. One person trying to do something can make a difference. You should keep that in mind, Harold.
I will talk to you later.
Walk in the Maker's grace.
I like her. She's not bad. What are we doing? Oh, we need to go. That is not the mission we're doing right now. That can come later. We've got other stuff to do. We do need to go find Iron Bull. I usually wait Falmire till after this thing in Haven. Mixing potions. I'm gonna do that. Take our stuff to Whittle and go back to the Hinterlands for a little bit longer, just because we need to get enough power to do a lot of things. But I think we'll run up to the table and see if there's anything we can make that might give us that little bit of power we need. We don't need a lot, but we do need a little bit.
So we have to winter activity in the Hinterlands and the temple.
Alright, we're gonna go the long way around, I guess.
I don't understand. I thought the Chant of Light bound us all together.
Alright, actually we do need to talk to Solus at some point, but I think I haven't talked to him yet. I need to go over
Thank
here
you
and
for
grab
hurrying
something.
with the potions. We have so many injured.
Yeah, I can't really do anything here. Well, we can. No, we don't have enough. We can do that. Alright. Herpes.
We'll get them back on their feet, sister. Don't you worry.
Is that the one up? It was either that one or this one. We'll go with that one for now. Alright, we need to get more elf fruit, obviously.
That should do for you.
We did what he wanted. Let's talk to you real fast.
Closing the breach is our primary goal. Any artifact of such power is dangerous. The destruction of the Conclave proves that much.
You don't think whatever created the explosion was destroyed in the blast?
You survived, did you not? The artifact that created the breach is unlike anything seen in this age. I will not believe it destroyed until I see the shattered fragments with my own eyes.
We would do well to try to recover whatever created the breach.
Liliana's people have scoured the area near the blast and found nothing. Whatever the artifact was, it is no longer there. In any case, did you need me for anything?
No.
We'll talk later.
We'll talk.
Goodbye.
We'll talk later. We'll talk to him in a minute. I need to go do this war table stuff real fast and go check over here as well and see if I can craft anything. Give us a couple more power points where we can just about do what we need. I don't think I'm gonna find any, but yeah, it's worth a look. Try not
Thanks
to
for checking anyway.
irritates me. Okay, moving on.
Go in.
Well, thank you, nice, kind person. Where's that? Oh, sorry, near Vivian. Oh no, I was gonna read it. Oh. There's a codex about the Fade, and it talks about what it is, and you find out more towards the end of the game about the Fade itself as you go through. But have I talked to Vivian yet? I don't think I have. Let's talk to her real fast.
I met an elven mage earlier. Solus, I believe he was called. I admit I was surprised. I didn't expect to find mages among the Inquisition. Tell me, why were you at the Divine Conclave?
'Cause I wanted to be there. Why does it matter to you? I have never answered this question so far, so I don't know what to say. Oh no. Alright, chaos harms everyone. Well, that's true. Rebels are apostates. I don't know. Everybody's an apostate now. There's no rebels. Justice is all that matters. That's true. We need the circle restored. Templars made their beds. And mages should be free. All of these have really good points. And I will leave at least 10 these two. We'll go with this one. This seems the more safe route.
The war benefits no one. It must end. An order must be restored.
If only the rebels saw things so clearly. Justinia's death has shattered the balance of power in Thedas. If it is not restored quickly, countless lives will be lost. Mages, Templars, innocent people of all kinds now look to the Inquisition to decide their fate.
I'm gonna say this before I go any further. For being a mage, she talks crap at all these other mages who finally decided that they didn't want to be part of it, just because they brought everyone else with them. She has no real reason, she just doesn't like them for that, which irritates me about her. So I won't talk to her much. I talk to her when I have to, and if I'm not sure if I have a quest to do for her or not.
I'll try not to let them down.
Failure is a luxury we cannot afford, my dear. For almost 1,000 years, the world believed it was in the hands of the Maker. And now many believe you are the agent of his will. Whatever the truth is, that belief gives you power.
I use it to change things. No one should have that power, and Andraste chose me, and the Chantry will be restored. I don't think anybody should have this power, to be honest. I don't know, I just answer that whenever everyone's like, what do you believe? All praise Andraste. Chantry will be restored? I don't know. I might change stuff.
If that's true, then I'll put it to good use.
I suppose we'll see. I've stolen enough of your time, my dear. Don't let me keep you.
Yeah, I don't talk to her enough to get all this stuff, so as she was asking me that question, I was like, I've never seen this many answers before, so I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Let's drop off some stuff here.
Apothecary Adon wanted to know
If you
when
find
you might be able to
anything,
provide the
please
materials
bring
he
it in.
needs.
I asked Adon not to rush us. Demon essence is dangerous.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. Just tell him we'll have it for him as...
Let's go ahead and do some levelage. We'll go and do some more table-y stuff. Okay, I've done... Yeah, strength. Strength is good. We like strength. Basically, if someone attacks me in melee, I'm going to hit him harder. Alright, who else? Nobody? Oh, Sierra. I need to do her stuff. Boop. 1, 2. I'll usually take her out. Maybe I might do that this playthrough. This and that. Blackwall is a two-handed person. We'll give him that. We'll do that one for now, and bow strength. Critical leaves them weakened. Or you attack from behind, you leave them slow. We'll go with weakened. Weakened sounds better. Get 3 strength either way. Alright, so who? Oh no. Let's do this. Hold it longer. Boop, boop. So half points go in there. Boop, boop, boop. More effective burning. I try to be really careful when I pick all my abilities, but I don't always use all these characters, so it's like, oh. Well, I try to assign them evenly, like, one character I might give them a whole lot of one type of ability, others I might give them more of an other ability. I try to kind of balance it out and have one that does each thing more. Okay, we need that, but I need more points. Gain more herbs. That would be good right now. We're gonna do that one, because that will actually hopefully help us level up. Because for all the stuff that you find to go against other people comes back to you. Alright, let's do this. Oh good. Chantry remains. My diplomatic efforts were successful. Many clerics are appreciative of our help. Those who despaired, the others listened to only the loudest and most divisive voices. While Chantry is a political ally for the moment, I should caution that there are clerics who believe that this was a ploy to control the divine election. We have not heard the last from them. Josephine. 30 influence. Alright. Love that. Alright, over here we've got the Cult of Andraste. It's incredible how many passages remained undiscovered, even after the Chantry's arrival, and they scoured every inch of the mountains for years in search of anything related to sacred ashes. The cult didn't build all this, it was here long before, and who knows how many years it would take to find it all. Of the new passages uncovered during the search, most were long empty or contained goods far beyond salvage. A few, however, yielded some artifacts of interest, and one evidently contained strange runes that have yet to translate. If we can find someone capable of doing so, they might prove of use. Got a life ward amulet that I'm not going to use. Trash. Oh boy, Darby's grenade recipe. We have received weapon plans and located an apiary to supplies. When the idea was presented, the beekeeper tinted his fingers and sneered, "Of course." Quite disturbing. I love sending him on the weird quest because he's like, "Why did you send me?" It's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." Not really, but you know. Alright. Runes discovered in mountain passage during the recent research are of a type never seen before, neither Tevinter nor Elven. Perhaps dating back to the time of Andraste herself, there are few who might be able to translate the script, and the benefit of doing so is unknown. I know several anti-human scholars who can be discreet. They would happily translate these runes for us. I have agents with magical knowledge and the means to acquire text. Let's us work on this ourselves. Yeah, forget the anti-humans. We're gonna keep this one for ourselves.
Let's see what we have.
Everybody else seems to know what we're doing, so let's be discreet on our own. We can gather coin, but that takes forever. I got other stuff to do. Okay, let's go back over here. We're not going to use that. Truth or dare, the Imperial Court. Josephine, darling, you should take care of this. My dearest Vivienne, you cannot have heard the shocking allegations against the Inquisition, or surely you would never have been seen with them. Allow me as a friend to open your eyes. People are saying that Divine Justinia is indeed alive, but that the Inquisition, Close advisors and most trusted servants have orchestrated all this chaos in our orders. It was Seeker Pentagast and Sister Nightingale who sabotaged the Conclave in order to eliminate opposition within the Chantry, and cut off the heads of the Mage Rebellion and Templars in a single stroke. To save your own reputation, you must escape this acquaintance immediately. With deepest concern, by Comtesse Elodie de Moreau. Moreau, really? Really? Josephine, we need to support the nobles to combat this rumor. I can arrange few key visits. Proving, find the rumor. We can't prove that she's dead, but we can escort people to the crater to see for themselves. We're just gonna go with Josephine on this one.
Let us begin.
Follow what Vivian said, just send Josephine. Alright, let's get this shore. We'll come back to that later. I'm not gonna waste the power I do have on that, because we have other things that we need to take care of. So if I guess out this room, and this influence equals enough to get me another point, I might be mad. Nope, not quite. Getting there. 1777.
All things in this world are finite. What one man gains, another has lost.
Alright. We actually need to go. Hey, great stuff.
She remains loyal to the Circle and the Chantry.
So you say.
Have you seen her
So, usually I just try to be nice and friendly to everyone, for the most part. In this game, there's a few people that I won't really talk to after the first time I talk to them.
See reason, listen. We cannot stay here.
Oh
Why
no,
not?
my inventory's
Because we're
full.
Templars.
Whatever shall I do? I equipped a bunch of stuff, that's what I'm gonna do. I don't need that. Cooldown amulet. Yes. But for now, I need another ring. I have Ring of Sundering. Oh, that's not really for me. I don't have that. We'll go with barrier damage. That's always good. Alright. Have that on her, I'm not sure. Staggering. I usually don't worry about her with health. I'm gonna save that for a friend. Maybe that for now. We'll give you grenades, but I don't use grenades. Why do I even care? Alright, that's for mages. We'll save that for someone else too. Oh god, I haven't checked this in forever. Okay. So, basically I'm looking at stuff going, what am I gonna do here? What do I... Oh, I never got rid of it. Let's get a better helmet here. She doesn't even have a helmet. Why? Oh, here's your helmet. Here's your helmet, Varric. Alright, let's look at... I can't use any of this armor, and it's not on the level I've already got. Same thing, just 2 points. This is so not worth using. Okay, let me see something with what Varric's got equipped. 73, 77 is not a big difference. There you go. That'll keep you safer. A lot safer than you were. Oh, that gives more health. That's nice. But we'll give you the armor. That'll do. There's that for you. That's not much different from what you already got. Jesus, Vivian, come on. All same color. Yep. There you go. Yeah, that makes no sense. Okay. These people have like nothing. God, why do I pick up people who have nothing? Okay. Sierra has... She didn't even have her bow. What the f... There's a bow. Now I don't feel so bad. They just have like basic. Well, there's you a sword. There's you a shield. You don't even. Well, let's see. I gotta give that to somebody else. So you're getting that. The rest of us can get. Oh, we need to keep that. That one's got stuff on it. Valuables. Alright, valuables. 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 So there's those. I don't know if anybody uses. Well, we have people who can use daggers. I give them to them, but there's a good reason for that. And I know I'm taking forever trying to get this, but it is certainly important to be sure that you keep the best stuff for your companions, because if you don't take care of your companions are going to be totally screwed. And that's not me being all boogie boogie. That's me being like, yeah, this stuff does happen and it sucks. And you can't use that. Oh, that's what we're gonna do. Certain stuff like that. Yeah, okay, let's go. We're gonna go talk to what's his face right inside the gates. Go sell a bunch of stuff, get more money. Money good. And once we get the money, we can go do more important stuff.
And Mother just...
Not useful, not useful, not useful, not useful. We'll keep that just in case. I don't think it's useful, but... Alright, we need to go take that one staff. We need to go take the one staff down here to the blacksmith, because we can pull stuff off of it. And if we pull the stuff off of it, life is good. Not that one. That one. We'll make sure overall. Yeah, willpower's not better than that. Nope. Alright, and we'll get to Solus since he's actually staying in party for right now. Okay. Back to Vivian. Alright, there we go. So we've got now a few things on some different weapons. We're gonna try to find some more stuff before I actually buy much. Or craft stuff, because usually I craft something, go out in the field, and I'm like, oh! There's this so much better thing. And I get mad because I could have done better. Alright, we're gonna go meet Iron Bull, actually. Andra, Solus, Varric. Hooray! I will apologize if you're coming in and watching and I don't actually say anything to you. It's not that I don't care that you're here. I care very much that you're here. I think it's awesome. But it's just a simple fact of my Twitch is not letting me actually see who's watching. So I'm very happy that you're here watching. I just can't thank you exactly right now. But thank you for stopping by.
Your worship, for what it's worth, welcome to the Storm Coast. I would have sent word sooner, but our efforts have been delayed.
How so?
There's a group of bandits operating in the area. They know the terrain, and our small party has had trouble going up against them. Some of our soldiers went to speak with their leader. Haven't heard back, though.
I'll do what I can to find our people.
Thank you, your worship. That's a relief. The soldiers didn't have an exact location for the bandits, but they were starting their search farther down the beach. With all this fuss, we haven't been able to conduct a proper search for the wardens either. Well, good luck, and enjoy the sea air. I hear it's good for the soul.
Alright, let's go down to this rendezvous point. After we talk to this person.
I've news, sir.
What do you want?
What is it?
This could help us.
Wait, look, guys, there's a dragon. That's good. It's always good to start a location seeing the high dragon of the area. There's an easier way down here. I just didn't go that way. It's a lot faster if you just jump off the mountain. La 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 la. People exploding.
Chargers! Stand down! Krim! How'd we do?
5 or 6 wounded, Chief. No dead.
That's what I like to hear. Let the throat cutters finish up, then break out the casks. So, you're with the Inquisition, huh? Glad you could make it. Come on, have a seat. Drinks are coming.
Oh, you must be Iron Bull.
Iron Bull, I presume.
Yeah, the horns usually give it away. I assume you remember Cremisius Aclassi, my lieutenant.
Good to see you again. Throat cutters are done, Chief.
Already? Have them check again. I don't want any of those Tevinter bastards getting away. No offense, Krem.
None taken. At least a bastard knows who his mother was. Puts him one up on you Canary, right?
So, you've seen us fight. We're expensive, but we're worth it. And I'm sure the Inquisition can afford us.
The Chargers seem like an excellent company.
They are, but you're not just getting the boys. You're getting me. You need a frontline bodyguard. I'm your man. Whatever it is. Demons? Dragons? The bigger the better. And there's one other thing. Might be useful. Might piss you off. Ever hear of the Ben Hasra?
Little.
They're a Kunari organization, right? The equivalent of their guards and City Watch.
I'd go closer to spies. But yeah, that's them. Or, well, us. The Ben Hasrath are concerned about the breach. Magic out of control like that could cause trouble everywhere. I've been ordered to join the Inquisition, get close to the people in charge, and send reports on what's happening. But I also get reports from Ben Hasworth agents all over Orlais. You sign me on, I'll share them with your people.
Woohoo! Alright, you're in.
Excellent. Prem, tell the men to finish drinking on the road. The Chargers just got hired.
What about the casks, Chief? We just opened them up with axes.
Find some way to seal them. You're Tervinter, right? Try blood magic. We'll meet you back at Haven.
Oh, and that's pretty much the only reason we came here, actually. Was to pick him up and leave. But I think we might. Yeah, we're just gonna leave. I don't really want to stay here. Although this is one of the good areas to actually pick up a ton of spindleweed. Blood lotus. Spindleweed. Rocks. Alright, that's the only thing we really wanted to do here. Other than we got some friends who just leveled up, so let's get them taken care of. Shield bash, that's important. Enter stillness, staying seal you enter in a meditative state that restores all your mana. Woohoo! It's basically we don't do anything, you get your mana back, which is how you attack stuff. Let's go ahead and rolling draw, where basically you get a damage bonus or you go back into like stealth. We'll go into stealth that way. Might protect him a little better. Okay, so we picked up things and people, and we would go take care of that stuff, but we actually have other stuff we need to do back in the Hinterlands, like taking blood lotus to the lake and other stupid things, and you get the picture. We actually need to go get to at least this camp right here. So we'll drop here and then we'll go over there after we go here and here. We'll get there a roundabout way or something. Might take a minute, but we'll circle around.
Nothing to report, sir.
Okay, you go up on top of the hill and down to the village. That's our plan for right now. Embryo. And lotus. Across lake. Yeah, blood lotus. Then we get a sword. A big sword. They're big people. Alright. Pick up a couple of those things while we're here. Alright, so first we're gonna go right down here.
Something like that.
Yes, sir.
No, they don't.
Oh, wait. Not that. So we were about out of fruit. I need some more. We're gonna send girl out tomorrow to gather more. Send red village boy with her. Fighting closer. Red cliff close gates. Refugees staying by crossroads now. Freed refugees. Illness and stomach trouble from eating spoiled food. Burn marks consistent with magic attacks. One elderly refugee had bone sickness, made worse by fleeing village when apostates attacked. More refugee arrivals, elf fruit, spindleweed low, treated slash wounds, contusions, internal bleeding, 6 treated, 2 eased to maker. Aw, 2 people died. Reported Templars attacked them as suspected apostates. Treated frost cough at crossroads, sent letter to Redcliffe asking for blankets, no response. Widow Tane passed in sleep. Treated hunger shivers at crossroads, more refugees, burns and contusions, severe bleeding, caught in fighting between apostates and Templars. Potato armed to save girl, will die without more elf fruit anyway, but too dangerous to get more. Girl running high fever, refugees found merchant wagon burning on way to crossroads. Matched old Vince wagon, no bodies, but everything in the wagon taken. More supplies coming. Think girl will make it. Use the last of elf fruit. Making poultices from whatever I can find. Telling refugees to boil anything they eat or drink. Too many sick. Giselle came. Said Inquisition help's not far behind. Fighting outside. Sounds like Templars and mages both. Refugees scattered. Someone outside screaming. Have to help. From a journal belonging to the old healer who lived in the Redcliffe crossroads and was believed to be killed in the fighting. So basically these people just sort of, they have nothing. Because of all this fighting, they just have nothing. They have nothing and they can't go out and get anything. Which is almost sadder than the latter.
Well, let me know if you find frost every morning.
I suppose you're
They'll
right.
be losing toes soon enough. I'll get out there myself with a few men and pick them. This will keep a lot more refugees alive next time it's...
Yay! We got stuff. Oh, I finally have enough power to either do one or the other quest, but first we're gonna do a couple things and then go back and, well, get some things moving, maybe.
Later then.
No, I got stuck on a rock.
Can I help you with anything?
What other problems do these...
We've got some injuries that go beyond. I know healers are in short supply. But if you can find someone in Redcliffe...
Help.
And...
Alright, gotta go get the healer in Redcliffe. Okay. Let's fast travel out and do that. We can actually... Well... Yeah, it seems to be one of the better things to do right now. We're gonna go back. We're gonna go over here and do all this so we can help these poor people.
There might be something here. Better take a closer look.
We can't go in there yet. Let's just put it that way. We can't go in there.
Greetings, traveler.
I can't remember this doors. Yep, we can't get in that one yet. But we can go talk to the person over here. Look, it's a Hinterlands healer.
Too many people dying for want of simple herbs. May I help you?
Heal on herbs?
Are you running short of healing herbs?
Yes. We've many injured from attacks by those cursed Templars. I need the herbs to treat people's wounds. It's too dangerous to go hunting through the hills to gather more. I've a list there of the herbs I need. Stay.
I don't understand. Every other elf in this place has mostly bare feet with like thin sock things that just cover the bottom of my feet. Why do I wear boots? Someone want to tell me? That's irritating. Need more elf fruit. Of course we need more. Okay, we'll be able to get the healer in a little bit. Let's go do something else. We need to go... Yeah, no. I need her, but I can't get her right now. So let's actually go back over here. We'll go over here. Oop. It's the only problem when you don't set up all of your camps when you first start an area. That's the best thing to do, is just go and hit all the camps. And you can settle everything and you can travel back and forth when you need to. At this point, I don't have that. So I have to like jump all the way back so I can jump all the way forward later. Okay. On down the mountain pass. Gotta remember to find elf fruit on my way. Making my way downtown. Yeah, Conqueror Worlds. I really like this game. I've actually owned it since it first released back in like, it was like November 2014, and I still love playing it. I'm still learning. I'm still actually like finding new stuff. So, like on my stream so far, I've actually found a couple of different things that I haven't found before. So, I'm still doing stuff, trying new things, learning. Plus, there's just so many things you can do between your character's backstory and who you romance. It's very immense, but it's also very immersive at the same time. Alright, we haven't really crossed the bridge yet, so... Oof. Oh, look, there's a bunch of dead people. That's always hopeful. Letter found a dead body. Take it back, take it back, take it back. Dreams won't stop until you take it back to the Western Fortress. They will never stop. You want to wake up screaming and find notes written by your own sleeping hand. Take it back, or I will draw allies to do it for me. Oh, well, yeah, that's comforting, I guess. I thought I saw something. No. I'm not going to that side. I'm gonna go on up here. On up here. There it is. Letter found on a dead dwarf. I don't care how many demons and apostates are in that area. The package was lost somewhere on the river north of those farms. Follow the river and find it, or we'll find you. Man, these people who died on this road did not die well. And definitely didn't die well liked. I think there's something over here. That'd be negative. Oh well, we're trying. Oh, I know where that leads. We're not going there right now. We're on over here. We found the farmlands. And this jerk.
Make it take you!
I'm sorry, wolves, but...
No normal wolf would fight with such determination.
The breach may have driven them mad. Or perhaps a demon took command of the pack.
What would you know about demons taking control of packs? Soulless? Dude. We didn't have to break in here, we just walked in. These people certainly left in a hurry. They didn't even leave a note. Alright. Oh, I hate this. Walk around. Hey, look, another house that's obviously very disrupted looking. It was all destroyed. What's in here? A note. Indran, they're telling everyone to leave until the mages and Templars stop burning everything down. I saw the way the merchants were looking, though. If we just flee, they'll pick our houses clean. I'm taking our little project to the cave in the hills up north. You know the one. It'll be safe there until all this blows over. Hessel. That's not promising. Anyways, moving on. Camp.
So, set up camp or keep moving?
I'll set up camp. Means I don't have to come back and open it up again. Which I'm alright with. So now we have a place that we can actually get places a little bit faster from, which is always good. There's a rift right over there. Oh, there it is. Lost prize-winning Druffalo Druffy. Ran when demons attacked. Last seen in the gully. Reward if found and return to Farmstead. Map showing the general location of the Druffalo and where to return her. Yeah. Okay. So we'll go find Druffy in a second. I'm gonna go see what's... Okay, to enter Imperium. Imperium has put stamp on Thedas forever. The old Imperial Highway still in use across most of Thedas, ruins of fortresses and center of magical study, still lit our landscape long after the glory of the Imperium dimmed. But the influence of the ancient empire goes deeper than this. Without Tvindra there would have been no blights, no Andraste, no Chantry. Every aspect of our world would be altered. Okay. We'll stop there. Can't help it. I know so much of the story that when I read some of it I kind of laugh because I'm like, that is so true. When you look at the lore, that is absolutely true. There's a Druffalo. There's like big buffalo, basically.
This must be Master Dennett.
Oh boy, we found Master Dennett's house. Hinterlands gonna give us horses. Because horses are good. Oh wait, it's around the corner. Bottle of Thedas. Carnal, 869 blessed. Norwegian liquor for the daring or those who wish to seem so. Said to enhance sensation, and at the bottom an erotically carved peach pit. The sign is plain, but the bottler assures that the act of carving was scandalous. Oh, well, I guess someone didn't want that on their for sale bottle.
So you're the Inquisition, eh? Here you're trying to bring order back. It's high time someone did. Never thought it'd be a Hallow-Rider from the Wildlands, though. Name's Dennett. I served Arleman for 30 years as Horsemaster. I hear your Inquisition is looking for mounts.
Yes, we need horses.
It is. Can you help us?
Not at the moment. I can't just send 100 of the finest horses in Ferelden down the road like you send a letter. Every bandit between here and Haven would be on them like flies on crap. You'll have mounts once I know they won't end up as a cold winter's breakfast.
If you have a problem with me personally, I'd like to know about it.
What? This because I called you a Hallow-Rider? Those Hallow are damn majestic beasts. I'll give my right arm to ride one. My wife Elena manages the farms and Bron's in charge of my guards. They'll tell you what they need. Until then, you deserve something better than whatever knock-kneed plow-neg they gave you. The chestnut over there is a purebred Ferelden forder. Take care of him, and he'll take care of you, Inquisition. Good to see you, Inquisition.
The refugees down at...
Right now, any food I give those talk to my man Bron. Once that's done, I'll give as I can. I've no problem with charity, long as it's not wasted.
You said your wife Elena is in charge of the farms.
Yes. A lot of families work our land. They work for us and we take care of them. Elena knows the farms better than I do. Knows what they need. I imagine not being killed by anything would be a start, though.
I mean, that's a good place to start. You don't want your workers to get killed.
You said you were once Arleman's stable master.
Master of the mounts. Ferelden's don't appreciate horses like they do in Orlais, but they knew my name in Val Royeaux. My horses took sick less and carried a man longer than any of those fancy prancers they've got. You take care of my people, and I'll make sure your Inquisition is riding right.
Yes.
What can you tell me about the wilderness around here?
Got some old ruins in the forest, from long before any king of Ferelden. The lakes are pretty, though when the weather's odd, you hear tell of spirits. Beyond that, my daughter Sienna set up a track just over there. Fool girl likes to race the horses.
Farewell.
Watch yourself.
Alright, we're gonna go upstairs real fast. Read. Oh, Harden Hightown Chapter 1. Very nice. I got a banner. Yay. Okay, we need to go talk. First, we need to talk to Elena.
I heard what my man said. If you want our horses, then we need our farmers back safe in their fields. Since the breach appeared, the wolves have gone mad. They come after our men like beasts with the water sickness. You deal with the wolves, and our farmers will be safe again.
How are these wolves acting differently from normal?
Normal wolves go after livestock, but come at them with a torch and a blade and they run. These beasts,
Aw, thanks for the follow.
It's like Darkspawn during the Blight, or when the dead rose to attack us. They're possessed with something like it. I've lost too many men to the beasts. I won't endanger more.
Farewell.
Good day to you.
Yeah, if you need to ask anything about this game, feel free to DM me. I've played it a lot, so it can be easy to get hung up in certain spots over certain things. It's just knowing timing and watching your level. Sometimes you just need to
The Master doesn't want me handing those refugees weapons until they've got any hope of defending themselves. If you put up a few watchtowers, we'd all have more warning before the next attack.
Okay.
You said you had a way to help the refugees.
I do. There are too many hills in these parts, good places for raiders and bandits to gather. I've marked good spots on the map. You set up watchtowers there, I'll talk to the Master and get your people weapons.
Sweet.
Farewell.
Weapons are good. And we're not, we don't have a chance to get in this building yet. Deft hands, fine tools. God, we need to get that perk. Okay, so what we need to do first is I'm gonna go get our horse first. Then we're gonna go take care of a couple things real fast. Let's go get Chestnut. The chestnut horse. I don't actually give my horses names at first. If I did, it'd be a lot more honest. Have to be a good name. Okay, I'm taking the horse. My horse over.
Whoa!
Now we need to start and go up here. I want to mark out the blue marker. I'll go to the wrong place, which is bad. Alright. But unfortunately, we're probably gonna have to go deal with that rift first, because I have a feeling we're gonna get it. No? Okay. Go, 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 go. Okay. Forward. Alright, stay there. No move. Alright, then we'll go. There's that one, and then there's that one. So we're gonna go ahead and go deal with this Fate Rift actually, because it's just literally right here. Yeah, cool thing is the horses do jump over things, but it has to be short things. They can't just like jump over like this 4-foot fence. It's not as simple as Okay. You good. I got stuff to do. I think that the computer troll characters are such better at the whole barrier thing than I ever am. Tyrda's lover, Dennett. I don't care if it's the best land on the farm. The farmers remember the old ways and the old blood. And we'll honor that. Just as I honor you twisting the old horseshoe nails into circles and staking them into the horses' saddles for good luck. Or for luck. If the farmers want to leave that tree to honor Tyrda's leaf-eared lover, let it be. And whatever we lose from the land will gain in loyalty. If I come back and find the tree gone, and you and Braun blustering some story about it falling in a storm, I'll get the tree from Sienna, and you'll be sleeping in those stables you love so much. All my love, Elena. She's so nice. Okay, let's... There we go. I had such a struggle with this last time I played. I was like, how do I do the thing? And I could not remember for the life of me how to open that little menu. Don't know why. Just couldn't do it. Just wasn't happening. Alright, so let's go way out here to go do this. Oh no. Yeah, I forgot. You can't jump over things. And if you go to nearly like run into a fence, it will stop you. You're like, no, you can't do this. Moving on. I don't mind this horse, but we'll be changing out mounts shortly. Or at least by the time we move around a little bit. Alright. Horsey jumps off the hill. That's probably, that is no way to get this. Looks good. It doesn't work. Side of this hill. Alright, you stay here. Mark that last one. see, what else do we need to do while we're running around here? We need to go get Druffy. We need to go deal with those wolves. Not deal with the memories of Grey right now. That's a whole different fun game. We actually need to go over here because there's an important note that we find over here. So we're actually going to go over here for the moment and figure out what we're going to do. Alright, let's go up this mountain with our horsey. And we'll go take care of something. Let's go, horse. Oh, wait, hang on. Up the side passage. We're gonna go to the left because we go that way, we're going the wrong way. What we're looking to go take care of is way over here.
Whoa, whoa.
Busted wagon. Alright, we're gonna go over here. Oh, hey, look, there's a dead guy. That's always charming. Alright, we're gonna take care of this problem.
Mercenaries.
Looks like Carter.
With both Templars and mages here, they profit greatly from smuggling lyrium.
Yes.
You know what I like about you, Juffles? Your boundless optimism.
It's comforting that whatever qualities I lack, you'll invent for me, Varric.
No, really. Why else would an elven apostate help crazy Chantry folk close a hole in the sky?
When you put it like that, I must concede your point.
Okay. Aww, dang it. That sucks. I probably need to keep that. Where's that key at? Oh, yeah. Over here. So we can go there and deal with bears. Or we can just not. Let's just not for the moment. We got enough stuff to deal with over here. We'll go deal with the bears in a minute. I hate dealing with bears. Not as much as I hate dragons. By any means, or a couple other things I can't stand in this game. Creature-wise dealing with. But, yeah, we'll look at the wolves and the Druffalo thing and stuff. That should keep us busy for a minute. I still can't always help, but these vistas are beautiful. Not today. Nope. Oh. Crap, that sucks. That's bad. Skip, you're gonna do that. I don't know why the developers chose this awful location that is really essential for going anywhere. I know. dragon. Okay. Nope. Nope. Get beyond this, everybody else will race back up. Holy shit, this wolf is following me. Yeah, come through that, come on. Just a pile of my friends. Oh, that's terrible in me. Okay. So, needless to say, that didn't go as I planned. I forgot that. That thing is unreal. It is absolutely unreal how difficult that thing is. I don't even have level armor. That's what kills me. It'd be one thing if it's like, oh, you have armor that's just at your level. No, my armor is above my level. I'm just still getting the tar smacked out of me by half these creatures. That's the one thing, it is not. Okay, let's see here. What else can I do? Other than get a bigger sword. Let's try this one for size for a minute, because we just got our tail smacked. Okay. So what we're gonna do this time is we're gonna sneak way around here on the edge so that we don't open it. And if we do, we're just gonna run. That is a totally acceptable Dragon Age survival guide moment. It actually dropped a weapon. Thank you. Your sacrifice will not be in vain, my friend. Okay, so we're gonna go in here. We're gonna go actually take care of this, and then hopefully I'll level up and we can go back and beat the snot out of that thing.
These must be the wolves Elena spoke of.
Wolves down. We'll gather up this leather. That's how you assert your dominance in the Hinterlands. You kill things, you take leather, and then you make things out of them. Not people, because that's just weird. But just about everything else you can do something with. Okay, so let's go in here and we're gonna kick some tails. Literally.
That cave could be the lair of our strange wolves.
Wolf Hollow. Go for it.
It's a demon!
Thanks, Solus. I needed your help identifying what I was not aware we were fighting a demon. Big surprise, guys.
With the demon dead, The farmers should be safe from the wolves.
I expect the wolves are also pleased to be freed from the demon's control.
There's another wolf. That's disturbing. Oh, this stuff's useful. We're gonna need that here in about 5 minutes. Loot the box. That's what he hid? Really? That's such a waste. Yay! Down from here we go. Now this place should... It's literally like its own little place. It kind of just circles around. You can... Oh, it's just a little hotbed of crystal grace. Forgot about that. Stuff's important. I read something about there's a quest where you have to like collect 20 of those bad boys, and I was like, why? That is so hard to collect that much of that stuff. Like, if you keep collecting it every time you travel places, yeah, you'll have enough. But you have to like actually be determined to gather that stuff. But if you do it, there's a little Easter egg quest of sorts. It's kind of funny. But you have to like go throughout most of Thetis and you can finally do it. I was like, I've never done it before, so I was just reading it, watching it, going, oh my god. I just want to do it just for the laugh. And I've thought about doing it on my other account because it's actually, or one of my other characters, because they're already way leveled up. But I have to do it on one of two because of... We're gonna grab the spin wheel and we're not gonna make a sandwich. We're gonna run over until it. Actually, Elena, we're not gonna go to yet now. Think about it. We can't go get Druffy until we take that out, because otherwise it's just a big pain. Shards, Blood Brothers. Blood Brothers, that's... We could probably go do that, but I need to take that healer of these herbs, because I might have to go get more elf fruit anyways. She wants a ton of elf fruit over time, so it's like, oh, okay.
I'm pleased to hear it.
Okay, but much obliged to get you all the elf fruit you could possibly ever want. I'm not walking all the way around to these stairs. Or maybe I am. I would rather not. Avoid it. The only thing about this game, it's open world, but it's still closed concept. Like, you can't just climb
May I help you?
down a ravine.
I found some of the herbs you were looking for.
This is exactly what I needed.
Are you running short of healing herbs?
Yes, I need them to keep wounds from going bad. It's too dangerous to go hunting through the hills to gather more. I've a list there.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
I try to get her all her herbs first, and then she'll go help them. Which is good. Herbs are good. Hey, I found all your herbs already. I don't have to give you more elf fruit.
I found some of the herbs you were looking for.
With this, I'm certain I can save more lives.
Are you running short of...
Yes, I need... It's too dangerous to go hunting through the hills.
Okay,
Goodbye.
I'm gonna go find...
Thank you.
Hopefully I have all your herbs. I do! Yes. No, I don't. Wait, let's find out. Okay, I just clicked it, so it should tell me... Yes, I have all the things.
A pleasure to see you again.
Here you go.
I found some of the herbs.
With this, I'm certain I can save...
Goodbye.
A pleasure to see you again.
Can you go help the refugees?
There are refugees at the crossroads who would benefit from a healer.
Of course they would. These attacks by the Templars have endangered countless
I've never
lives.
actually played Shadow of Mordor or Witcher 3. I have thought about Shadow of Mordor though, just because it's been on sale a lot in the PlayStation store lately. I think the other day it was like $5 for Game of Year edition. But I've never actually played the Witcher series. I've thought about it. I just have been a little preoccupied with other games and other endeavors.
People are afraid right now. I haven't been called knife-ear as often as I'd expected. Mostly, all the humans say is thank you. I expect you'll find the same, and change some minds in the process.
You're right. If the Inquisition soldiers are there, I might be safer regardless. I'll see you at the crossroads soon.
I've kept a little bit in the BioWare dome with the Dragon Age and Mass Effect series, but I do play Call of Duty. I haven't streamed any Call of Duty yet. I also play a couple of different games. I try to explore as I go along. Oh my god, people, get out of my way. But yeah, I kind of try to keep with the I love the RPG games just because I like all the involved sense. I'm trying to think what games I have on my PlayStation right now. I've played a little bit of Little Big Planet. I tried to play Live and Let I think it's Live and Let Die or Live and Die. Yeah, Live and Let Die. I didn't really like that game as much. I've tried to play the Assassin's Creed series, but I want to get the Ezio trilogy for PS4 just because I've really enjoyed that storyline in those games. So I really want to get them so I can play them on this. What else? I'm trying to think because I don't want to try to jump out to my outside stuff. Actually, we need to go talk to somebody.
Good day.
But I play a lot of different games. I try to keep in the RPG genre. I play on my on 3DS and a couple things on there. But I'm always exploring, and I always get jealous because my friends will play stuff on PC, and I'm like, man, I'd love to play that. But they don't have it.
Ah, Senna, my darling.
I have one friend keep trying to nudge me to play Minecraft.
First time in all these years, I fear I will not be visiting your ashes. What world is this? That demons and brigands stop a man from taking flowers to his wife's shrine.
I'll take your flowers.
What if I took flowers to your wife's shrine for you?
I saw that actually. I'm kind of excited. I wanna play that one.
You were Dalish. My Senna and I, we kept to the old ways as we could. Though I know we are as children to you.
I'm pretty excited to see that free game. It sounds pretty cool.
To the west, near the table. Thank you.
I do try to get some of the PlayStation free games that they have. I try to pick out at least one. I have a couple actually I haven't played yet that I actually downloaded, just because one of them is some sort of, it's like a indie creep fest kind of game, and the other ones are, they're just games I haven't got to yet. I want to. Like this past month they did.
How do you write as you do, Varric? I can never find the proper words.
What was it?
You right?
Game of Thrones. The Game of Thrones Telltale
I've needed to describe events in reports.
I tried to play through the first episode.
They always come off as
totally messed it up. So
dry, boring, lifeless, stale.
You are an ass.
Just helping you find those words.
And I think I actually have one of these Assassin's Creed games for this system. I think it's Unity, I think I have one here. That was one of the first games I actually bought myself. Oh look, Connor. Let's talk to Connor. If anybody's ever played Origins,
you've heard the story, I guess.
Connor.
I can't believe King Alistair thought Redcliffe was the right place to send the mages. I mean, he grew up here. Did he think they would just forget what I did to them?
See, this is the kicker that most people don't understand between Origins and Inquisition, was Dragon Age 2 encompassed several years. You just don't get to see all the years at once because they do skip. Because you show up about the time that the first flight starts. There's a year that you skip for that. And then you skip like 3 years? No. I have to look and see because your timeline's weird because you skip some time. You skip 2 different bits at times. So by the time you see Connor again, Connor goes from like this little kid to like mid-late teens, something like that.
You were behind the siege of Redcliffe 10 years ago.
That's me. The boy with Redcliffe's blood on his hands.
Weren't you possessed? It wasn't you who did those things.
Wasn't it? I let the demon in. Sometimes when I dream, I remember what happened. I see the death and destruction, and it's me. It's all me.
Poor kid.
Why isn't Al-Eamon in power anymore?
After the lands meet, he stayed in Denerim. I couldn't be his heir, not after what happened. So eventually he passed the title to Uncle Tegan.
How did you end up in the Mage Rebellion?
I was living in the Ferelden Tower when the circles dissolved. I voted against it, but at first it seemed all right. No one was summoning demons. They just wanted to oversee themselves. But then the Magister came, and it's wrong what they do in Tevinter. We are monsters. We need to be controlled. If it wasn't for me, every family in this village wouldn't be missing a son, a daughter, a spouse.
You're not in favor of the alliance with Tevinter?
Alliance? Is that what they're calling it? That Magister threw my uncle out into the street. He signed us into servitude. This is my home. Redcliffe, Ferelden. No matter what evils I've done, I would never have invited Tevinter here.
I need to be going.
For the kid.
Please, talk some sense into the Grand Enchanter. Selling out to the Imperium won't win us any friends. We have to find a way to make peace.
I feel bad for that kid. He had a rough time. But yeah, Conquer Worlds. I try to like play different stuff. I also just remembered I have Final Fantasy X that I've played a fair bit into. I haven't finished it, but I've played a lot into it. Of course, to me, a lot. It's probably not even finished scraping the surface, to be honest. Alright, Dwarven Merchants Guild. The Dwarven Merchant Guild is, without a question, the most powerful surface dwarf institution. It's become what the Assembly is to the people of Orzammar. A prestigious club that everyone wants to belong to, and the surest means to obtain power and fortune. The guild leaders can always trace their lineage back to noble or merchant caste houses in Orzammar. The guild regulates trades between Dwarven City and the surface, and so quietly controls the economy of Orzammar, though the ruling king of Assembly would never admit it. The guild is heavily conservative, but has started to get more of the ascendants, especially banking families, into its membership, which has caused no small amount of infighting in the guild. Woo. You hear a lot of Varric. He talks a lot about the... He mentions the Merchants Guild on every other breath. More loot. Alright then. We can go in
let
here.
me try.
Come on, Varric. Jump. Okay, we can't go in this building. Yay, wandering. Okay, let's see what's in here. Oh boy, loot. Oh, there's skulls. That's fun.
Every ocularum is made from the skull of a tranquil?
I figured they'd fled with the rebel mages. Poor bastards.
I had wondered what had become of them when the mages rebelled. What a tragic waste.
I had wondered where they had gone. I should have looked harder.
Oh my. So, this is what I talked about when I talked about the fate of the ocularum. I think, let me find that codex. It should be like literally right there. Yeah, I'm wrong. It's somewhere in here. Nope, that's songs. Anyway, somewhere in the codex it will explain a little more about the Octularm. But yeah, basically that's what happens. He sells some stuff.
Good day.
Okay.
Take care.
Well, that's that guy.
Make her watch over you.
Okay, so first thing we're gonna do here, actually we're gonna stay in here. We're gonna go tell... Actually what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to Haven. Get the farm quest started, and then we're gonna go deal with bears. I think we're gonna go deal with bears. And I hate bears. Alright, let's go deal with bears. After this. Let's go get people started on making stuff for us.
That mercenary band that joined the Inquisition. The Bulls Chargers? You built for them the Golden City, the center.
I have heard rumors of the way to reverse.
The apothecary would like to know why you need so much death root. To do my job. Oh, I'll just tell him that, Enchanter. I'm not an enchanter, I'm an apprentice. Just please tell Adon I need that death root.
Alright, I love half these conversations. Good.
I can survive
talk.
in this fashion. If I were made whole again, I might not.
It is a terrible bargain we ask you to make.
We are garnering interest from the capital.
You're not pleased?
I am not convinced we are prepared for the full scrutiny of Val Royeaux.
Alright, True the Imperial Court. Ambassador, I very much enjoyed your foray, and I hope to see you at the summer cottage for our picnic luncheon next month. Do not fret about the ghastly things said about your associates. More recent heads will prevail, and this foolish gossip will come to nothing. Yours, Duke Cyril. And 30. Thanks. Okay, we're gonna do this first. The Red Heart. Such is the reach of the threat that the Inquisition has received offers from all corners of Thedas. Perhaps this offer should not come as a surprise. Letter of plain script. We find our kin in strange places, though we do not know if you will carry tradition with you. We would see you carry pride in some form, for the wounded sky is all of ours, whether belief is shared or not. Let all see this and convey yourself as we should be. Emesalin var Suladin Evanira. Really? Okay. Whatever. Red Heart has arrived and can be described as inspirational. So, oh, I have to look that phrase up. Alright, we got Flames of the Inquisition Charger. It's ever been as magnificent as promised. Yay! I love getting those. They're so short. You don't have to actually do much. You just be like, oh yeah, someone go get these. And everybody goes get your stuff. Alright, it's gonna take a lot less time to get Colin's men to go do that. Secrets of Andraste, interestingly, the ruins of Almarian origin, belong to the tribes that inhabited Ferelden almost 1,000 years ago. What is of greater interest, however, is that none of the runes translate intelligibly, meaning is all in code. According to the translators, a reference to the Guardian also indicates an island off the northern coast. I'm most curious. I'll continue translation efforts in the hope we can narrow this down further. Alright then. Part of Ben Hazaroth report noting the current fight for secession in Lides, which has been without a direct ruler since Duke Rimash died early in the regions of the war. The duchy will go to one of 3 members of the dead Duke's family, all of whom have possible claims to the position due to the complex nature of Relation politics. His cousin Carolina, already a duchess by marriage, his daughter Monet, whose claim is muddled by her youthful naivety and the fact that her father pushed her into a life of service to the Chantry after his wife's death, likely to protect her from the dangers of the game, and his brother, Jean Gaspard, an ambitious and cunning man who has been searching for power. Carolina is capable and not overly invested in overseeing Lides personally. Monet would be the most easily manipulated, but less likely to be useful. Jean Gaspard would be difficult to manipulate and could present a threat if he succeeds as brother. All of the 3 candidates could become a valuable ally to the Inquisition, but the other 2 must be removed from play first. Well, taking out Carolina first. I can destroy Carolina's marriage with 4 words in the proper glove left on the proper table.
Let us begin.
So, I'll probably play until these 2 quests are done, which... 41 minutes, roughly. Yeah. So I'll hang out here until those quests are done so that you guys can... And I'm sure some people are going, well, why don't you just go ahead and start these quests? Oh. Because usually they want you to be like level 4 to 7, I think. And I'm at level 7, but I like to be at least a level ahead of where they want me, so that way it's a little easier. Because you can do these quests and be like level 5 or level 6, and you can survive. That being said, you can miss a lot of stuff because you're trying to survive, and it's not like you can just go and create more health potions while you're out there. You don't get to do a lot. So we're going to talk to Sierra just for a simple reason.
So, this is it, huh? Oh no, it's fine, yeah? It's just, I thought it'd be bigger. That would have been hilarious if you were a man, right? Wasted. Anyway, stopping wars should earn more sovereigns than this. Need things back to normal for coins to be flowing again. Another reason the Templars and mages need to be sat down.
It's not just a war between those 2.
Well, sure, the sky has a hole in it. But I can't put an arrow in that. Well, I have. Doesn't come down. That's weird. And that's the point, right? It's weird and right there. But they still want to punch each other. They're too busy to look up where the real questions are.
That's why we're here. To help guide everyone back from the brink.
The religious ones tell you that. That's important, right? But don't make it all about that. Seems like believing too hard is what got everyone here. And here is stupid. And smells of horse. Really, what everyone needs is to get everything back to normal and proper and profitable. Sound good to you, old-touched Lady Herald?
I'm ready to give it a shot. That's all I can ask from anyone else.
I'm in. It's an investment, yeah? Better pay off, too. Stupid war and everything. I had things to do.
Yeah, remember, I think if I talk to her again, I think I can get her to do something for me.
Chasing the Lord Seeker, I hear. Anyone who thinks they need Lord in front of the name, that's bad. Bet he's got a portrait taller than he is. That's your first clue to a total arse. Fact.
Tell me about yourself.
What about me?
You're skilled.
No one.
That seems unlikely.
What? I picked it up here and there. Mostly it just makes sense. It's not like that for you.
Oh, certainly. Not a day's effort for the naturally gifted like us.
Well, it's not like that. It takes work. A bit. Not like Cullen and his pets. I mean, you miss, then you don't. Is it that hard to see when it's wrong?
Well, it's not like that for other elves, I know that.
Most I know couldn't find an arrow sitting on it. Right. Maybe I just make it look easy in shite company. Fact still is, no teacher. Where would I find one in alleyways anyway?
How about the basics? Where are you from?
Ferelden?
I got that from the accent. Where in Ferelden?
All over? Okay, fine. Denerim for a bit. South, north, wherever I want.
There are no connections you want to mention at all?
Nope.
How very Kunari of you.
What?
Never mind.
Good, right?
I'm just interested in talking to an elf like me.
Don't think so.
Why not?
Well, maybe you're alright. But most elves are too... elfy. Like that Solus, right? Never be as good as we were. Well, who's we? I'm just fine.
There's nothing to learn from any of that history.
Yes, don't do that. What? We lost so bad there was nothing left. You figure out what they wore on their deathbed. You wear it. Waste of time. Chasing mages, that's a Templar's job. A big, armored, pissed-off helm polisher. Not too late to go find some. Or stay home.
You apparently have a lot of friends. Tell me about your network.
It's not mine, right? I mean, it is, but it's also everyone. Everyone who wants to shove it to nobles who hide behind gold and silk. And hats, I guess.
Are you just about pranks and revenge, or is there more to it?
Well, it's a weave, right? I grease a ballroom, so a wyvern chasing Git has to hunt Sprained. Strangely, handmaids leave his vault open. His heirlooms pay off someone else. Maybe clean streets in Kirkwall so someone gets something else. Pish, pish, pish. A lot of people eventually get help or a laugh. Or maybe someone dead, if they deserve it.
I'm glad I met you before someone decided what I deserved.
You're no hateful ass so far. I'd just get you with a pie or something. Anyway, assassin's a bard's job, innit? No fun, that lot. They might plonk a noble, right? But only to raise another. Plus, I'm shy at singing.
I love her for that. I'm terrible at singing.
Is Red Jenny real? Or was she always just you and your friends?
Dunno.
Don't you care?
Not if it works. I mean, Red is scary because... blood. And Jenny is... Look, nobody fears the bunch of people who do random stuff. And besides, it's easy. Nobles want a bogeyman because they need to believe normal people can't get at them. Numbers, right? It don't have to be so complicated.
Doesn't this mean people think you're guilty of more than you actually do?
Suppose. Does it matter?
Shouldn't it?
Important people kill over imagined insults. I've made more than enough real ones, so no. I don't suppose it does.
We'll talk another time.
It's all good.
Maybe
Ready for waiting.
What do you think about the people who have gathered?
Which? The ones who do things or the ones who give orders?
What about Solus?
Solus? His head's crammed up 1,000 years ago.
Anything to say about Varric?
Varric? Too clever. Always saying something, but never saying it straight.
Thoughts about Cassandra?
Not as buttoned up as she plays, right? Tough, though. I'd stand behind her in front of anything.
What's your opinion of Vivienne?
She's a bitch, but she knows. She better.
Thoughts on Iron Bull?
It makes me wonder about things. I mean, what did the women look like? Woof.
Any thoughts about Warden Blackwall?
He's too good, right? Like to see him out of that uniform. Not like that.
What do you think about our Spymaster, Ambassador, and Commander?
Liliana is pretty in places. Swear I've seen her too. Or heard she used to play. But that'd be mad. Now Josephine, she's as good at humbling her kind as I am. Just with less mess. Knows her business, if you have to have it. And Cullen. I suppose if you want a jackboot, you get a big one so you can grow into it. Nice hair though.
We'll talk later.
Good. Ready for waiting.
I'll be back if I need.
Oh, should have to go downstairs. Okay. So what we're gonna do is what I was doing. You can there's this place underneath the Chantry. We'll call it the Chantry. It's not really technically a Chantry, but we'll call it a Chantry. And under this Chantry, there's... How did I miss that? There's stuff and things and locked doors. And sometimes, if you're in good with either Varric or her, they'll come open them for you. And last time I was able to get her to do it, I got all excited. I was like, yes. And your first response would be, well, there's not much in there. No, not really, but you know, it's the concept of being able to go in places. That's what I like.
For she who trusts
So we'll see if Varric will do it, and if not, we'll go back to Sarah. Or Sarah. I call her Sarah. I know why I call her Sarah. It's Sarah.
Need something?
We'll ask him. I gotta do
The
this
red
too.
lyrium we found at the temple seemed to upset you.
My brother Bartrand and I sort of discovered red lyrium during an expedition in the Deep Roads. We located an ancient thaig, so old it barely looked dwarven. There was this idol there made of it. Bartrand brought it back to the surface, and, well, everything's gone downhill from there.
So what is it? Just another kind of lyrium?
The red stuff is lyrium like a dragon is a lizard. It's not just a different color. It has a whole host of weirdness all its own. I've written to every mining cast house in Orzammar. No one's seen this stuff before or knows where it came from.
What makes it special?
Regular lyrium can mess you up pretty badly, but you have to ingest it for that to happen. Red lyrium messes with your mind when you're just near the stuff. You hear singing, get violent, paranoid, and then it does creepy shit. Makes things float, brings statues to life. It also turned Kirkwall's Knight Commander to lyrium. Everyone's been kept at least 100 paces from it since.
And all of that's true. That does happen in the second game. It's
How did
weird.
the red lyrium get in the Temple of Sacred Ashes?
I don't know. So as far as I knew, the only piece to make it to the surface was destroyed. And the location of the thaig it came from is a secret. Did someone find more of it in the Deep Roads? That's not a cheery thought.
Nope.
I think that's enough on red lyrium.
Yeah, not really my favorite subject.
I see something.
Need
Try this
something?
again. Nope. Never mind. We're gonna walk over here. Let's go see if she'll do it.
Ready for waiting.
Sarah?
I was wondering if you could look at some locks for me.
What, the doors under the Chantry?
You know about them.
Places have doors.
Never thought the
I just
Inquisition
wasn't
would be
interested in
recruiting
poking through some
thieves to
sister's
his ranks.
reaches. Whatever floats you. Consider them open, yeah?
Thank you! Let's go down there. Like I said, there's really not much down there, but it's just the simple fact of I hate knowing that something is somewhere and I can't get to it.
You dislike the Templar, sister?
Though the darkness comes upon me, I shall embrace the light. I shall weather the storm.
Researcher Meneve wishes to use some inexpensive spirits.
No creature stuff. Whatever.
Be vulnerable to heat.
Other stuff over here probably. Oh, the Maker. This is a piece out of the Chant of Light. The Maker. There was no word for heaven or for earth, for sea or sky. All that existed was silence. Then the voice of the Maker rang out, the first word. And his word became all that might be, dream and idea, hope and fear, endless possibilities. And from it made his firstborn. And he said to them, in my image I forged you. To you I give dominion over all that exists. By your will may all things be done. Then in the center of heaven he called forth a city with towers of gold, streets with music for cobblestones, and banners which flew without wind. There he dwelled, waiting to see the wonders his children would create. The children of the Maker gathered before his golden throne and sang hymns of praise unending, but their songs were the songs of the cobblestones. They shone with the golden light reflected from the Maker's throne. They held forth the banners that flew on their own. And the voice of the Maker shook the fade, saying, in my image I have wrought my firstborn. You have been given dominion for all things that exist. By your will all things are done. Yet you do nothing. The realm I have given you is formless, ever-changing. And he knew he had wrought amiss. So the Maker turned from his firstborn and took from the fade a measure of its living flesh and placed it apart from the spirits, and spoke to it, saying, here I decree opposition in all things, for earth, sky, for winter, summer, for darkness, light. By my will alone is balance sundered and the world given new life. And no longer was it formless, ever-changing, but held fast, immutable, with words for heaven and for earth, sea and sky. At last did the Maker from the living world make men, immutable as the substance of the earth, with souls made of dream and idea, hope and fear, endless possibilities. Then the Maker said, to you, my second-born, I grant this gift. In your heart shall burn an unquenchable flame, all-consuming and never satisfied. From the fade I crafted you, and to the fade you shall return, each night in dreams, that you may always remember me. And then the Maker sealed the gates of the golden city, and there he dwelled, waiting to see the wonders his children would create. Canticle of Threnodies, 1-8. I love reading the Chant of Light because it's very pretty. Oh, that must be like Cullen or someone's. Oops. Actually, a couple years back or so, actually had someone for Christmas get me both of the Dragon Age: The World of Thetis, both volumes of it, and it has the entire Chant of Light in it. It's very pretty, but also very long. I didn't expect to have to.
Did you see the message I sent? Yes, thank you.
Could make no sense of this. The Herald found her. Perhaps she can advise. Cullen. I love Cullen. I don't know what she's saying, but whatever. A letter from Sarah follows. For your big hats, Lord, whoever says you're rubbish. His servants don't care, but could drop a few things for you. They'll give Josephine a surprise. I think scrolls or something. Sarah. A scribble of heraldic symbols and directions are below. Also, Sarah's name read 37 times. We're gonna wait till she gets done and have her do it. She's more patient with the Sarah quest for some reason, so I usually save them for her. Okay, so we now have 19 power. I think we're like still level 7 though, so we're not gonna do that yet. Dude. And Sarah opened the doors for us, so we can go down here and get in our doors. Boom. Andraste, bride of the Maker. There was once a tiny fishing village on the waking sea that was set upon by the Juventure Imperium, which enslaved villagers to be sold in the markets of Minrathous, leaving behind only the old and the infirm. One of the captors was the child Andraste. She was raised in slavery in a foreign land. She escaped, then made the long and treacherous journey back to her homeland alone. She rose from nothing to be the wife of an Alamari warlord. Each day she sang to the gods, asking them to help her people who remained slaves in Tevinter. The false gods of the mountains and the winds did not answer her, but the true God did. The Maker spoke. He showed her all the works of his hands, the Fade, the world, and all creatures therein. He showed her how men had forgotten him, lavishing devotion upon mute idols and demons, and how he had left them to their fate. But her voice had reached him, and so captivated him that he offered her a place at his side, that she might rule all of creation. But Andraste would not forsake her people. She begged the Maker to return, to save his children from the cruelty of the Imperium. Reluctantly, the Maker agreed to give man another chance. Andraste went back to her husband Mafroth, and told him all that the Maker had revealed to her. Together they ruled the Alamari and marched forth against the mage lords of the Imperium, and the Maker was with them. The Maker's sword was creation itself, fire and flood, famine and earthquake. Everywhere they went, Andraste sang to the people of the Maker, and they heard her. The ranks of Andraste's followers grew until they were a vast tide washing over the Imperium. And when Mafroth saw that the people loved Andraste and not him, a worm grew within his heart, gnawing upon it. At last the armies of Andraste and Mafroth stood before the very gates of Minrathous. But Andraste was not with them, for Mafroth had schemed in secret to hand Andraste over to the Tevinter. For this, the Archon would give Mafroth all the lands to the south of the Waking Sea. And so, before all the armies of Alamari and of Tevinter, Andraste was tied to a stake and burned, while earthly husband turned his armies aside and did nothing. For his heart had been devoured. But as he watched the pyre, the Archon softened. He took pity on Andraste and drew his sword and granted her the mercy of quick death. The Maker wept for his beloved, cursed Mosferoth, cursed mankind for their betrayal, and turned once again from their creation, taking only Andraste with him. And Our Lady still sits at his side, where she still urges him to take pity on his children. From the Sermons of Justinia II. Oh God, not again. Disciples of Andraste. Blah blah blah. They lived modern day. They lived in Haven. They were first followers of Andraste. Pledged themselves to keep the temple sacred ashes. They never left Frostback. For 9 years they kept people away, and they didn't realize that the world was advancing around them. They basically developed all by themselves from the Andrastian Chantry. They were led by revered fathers instead of mothers. However, they don't know much about the originals because they turned from their noble heritage by the time they're discovered. Almost all scholars believe that the centuries-long isolation imposed upon the village led to the necessity for inbreeding. This practice likely led to a greater incidence of madness, which may explain why the cult was, at the time of its discovering in 930, worshipping a high dragon. According to writings discovered in Haven, the disciples of Andraste showed reverence to the dragon, believing it to be the prophet reborn. The head clutches and draglings of the dragon were afforded great honor for being Andraste's offspring, and were cared for by the cult. The dragon never attacked the cult, being cunning enough to recognize how this arrangement benefited it. By 930 Dragon, the disciples were wiped out by the hero of Ferelden, who was on a quest to retrieve the sacred ashes of Andraste. I might have done that. Maybe. I'm not admitting anything when I played these games earlier, but I might have done that. And so now it's like 941 Dragon, so it's been 11 years. I think it's 941, 940, 941, something like that. It's been a really long time, people. Do not make me read another. Oh, this is stressful. Okay. I take a deep breath. No traveler to the Fade can fail to spot the Black City as one of the few constants of that ever-changing place. No matter where one might be, the city is visible, always far off, for it seems that the only rule of geography in the Fade is that all points are equidistant from the Black City. The chant teaches that the Black City was once a seat of the Maker, from whence he ruled the Fade, left empty when men turned away from him. Dreamers do not go there, nor do spirits, even the most powerful demons seem to avoid the place. It was golden beautiful once, so the story goes, until a group of powerful magister lords from the Tevinter Imperium devised a mean of breaking in. When they did so, their presence defiled the city, turning it black, which was perhaps the least of their worries. Yeah, because if you understand the backstory of Dragon Age, the Magisters that break in end up being turned into the first Darkspawn. Yay, Darkspawn. And from them, they then went to go start up an Archdemon and just cause general chaos, and I swear to God. Misplaced note. Notes written by one of the scholars responsible for restoring Haven. The notes have obviously coming from a ledger of some sort. It took weeks scrubbing bloodstains from the stone. One or two things is true. Either the stone is more porous than I thought, or a maker spirit there must have been a lot of blood. Many people died. I'm so relieved I don't have to deal with the altars of sacrifice the first arrivals found. Those were tossed off a cliff, I think. So now we just have to deal with the stains on the walls and floors. If this doesn't clean up in a day or two, I'm asking for some fresh plaster. Maybe we can cover them up. Still, it's not all bad. Haven is a beautiful place, and while working in the dungeons, we found scraps of paper with writing that looked like Brother Ferdinand Genitivi's. He was held here for weeks before the hero Ferelden found him. Yes, my friend. Brother Genitivi was here, and if you found his writings, congratulations. You definitely found genuine writings, more than likely. Oh, loot. Yes. Oh my God, it's over. Okay, so we just leveled up. That's why I like to go in and read all this stuff. Not necessarily me read it. If you guys want me to stop reading it, just let me know. I'm not against it. Be okay. I don't care. My big thing is just making sure when I read it to you, I give you the best reading I can, because I know that sometimes I will stutter, I will stumble my words a little bit, and that's just me accidentally misreading it usually. Alright, so we did get this after all. The hamstring ability. Vivian, we're gonna give her Pyromancer, Chaotic Focus. With Chaotic oh no, wait. No. We're gonna do this. We're not giving up that. So it makes it more effective for burning and panic. Which is good. It's not bad. And we gotta do Ironbow. Ironbow's a two-handed wielder, so. Boom. Boom. If you ever wonder what Iron Bull is scared of, not much. He actually does have a fear. I just don't remember it off the top of my head. But, like I said, he's not really afraid of much. So we've now cleaned out the entire Chantry. Yes. If anybody's wondering, yes, I do all this on purpose when I come to these. Because one of the few things I can... most of these are actually always hanging up too far and you can't really hit them. Or you just, like, these doorways you just kind of go through. Okay, so we've now cleared that. We have Iron Bull in our group. If I'm thinking right, we should have pretty much everybody we actually need to finish the first half.
Need something?
I want to know.
I'll tell you what I can.
There's nothing.
I think that's a...
Let's talk about something.
Need something?
Can I ask you?
You want to talk about me? I'm flattered. Also inclined toward extravagant lies.
Where are you from?
Are you from Ferelden? Orlais?
Free marches. Born and raised in Kirkwall. And despite whatever you've heard, no. Kirkwall's not that bad.
I'm not clear on your line of work. You're a merchant?
I'm a businessman. My family has a seat in the Dwarven Merchants Guild. Merchants buy and sell goods. Businessmen buy and sell stores. In my spare time, I manage a spy network, and occasionally, I write books.
You're an author. What kind of books have you written?
I've tried my hands at a few genres. My crime serials are my most popular. Hard in Hightown, guards breaking the rules to get things done. The Tale of the Champion is the most famous thing I've written, or infamous maybe. I started a romance serial once, Swords and Shields, but to be honest, I don't have a knack for romances. Most of my stories end in tragedy. Probably that says something unfortunate about me personally.
How do you and Cassandra know each other?
You heard about the Kirkwall Chantry being destroyed? The guy responsible used to be a friend of mine. The Seeker had questions about that, and I had answers.
Where did you get that crossbow? I've never seen one like it.
Bianca? She's one of a kind. There's a hidden shop in Kirkwall called the Black Emporium. I found her in a barrel labeled swag. The owner sold her to me for a ham sandwich and a pair of yellow ruffled pants.
Who is she named for?
I can't tell you.
And the reason for that is?
Complicated. It's the one story I'll never tell. We just have to leave it at that.
Thanks, Varric.
No problem.
I tried, guys. I tried. Well, we'll actually get to learn more about Lady Miss Bianca the Crossbow. We'll find out more about her later. Okay, and I did promise you guys that we were going to go over here and change our mount. Now, to be honest and fair,
good day to you.
You see this thing? When you start a new game, you don't have the golden nug. You get this when you finish the game. I'm just going to do this to make sure I found some stuff I'd never found before. Basically all the collectibles like banners and thrones and other little things like that, you can synchronize to all your accounts throughout the whole playthrough. So you can start a game, walk over this thing, let it transfer everything, and end up with like everything you've ever made. Which is useful. That's how I have so many that's why I'm gonna have so many mounts and other customizable stuff. Who are we gonna take this time? Not him. So yeah, we literally have about everything. Do I want to take a shade? Not a Dracolisca. Probably a heart. I love hearts. They're really beautiful. This is the one I usually ride, the Pride of our Latham, but someone just sent me this one. So we might take him, I'm not sure. And then of course you have these things, but we're probably going to take this guy. He was just a recent present, so we're going to take him. He's very pretty. Alright, so yeah, anyways, the Golden Nug's why I have like so many different things when I started out, like all these different schematics for different things. That's why I have them. I try not to I'm not overusing them in this with this stuff. Most of this stuff, as you saw, I actually switched to the sword I found. Mostly just because I don't want to.
Did you need something?
Be too OP.
I should get to know you better. We are working together after all.
What would you like to know?
All right. Where are you from?
How to act Ferelda, my esteemed Lady Sidonia. I'd like to take full responsibility for Lady Marshall's odd behaviors lately. You see, we recently began the study of history. I thought that it would do the young mistress some good to be exposed to all Vidosian cultures, not just Relay. It was a foolish thought. Regrettably, your dear daughter has taken a particular interest in Fereldan folklore. She first developed an affinity for King Calenhad, which seems to have devolved into borderline infatuation. She stared at me eyes-wide while Tora unified the barbarians with his allegedly incomparable might and charisma. Every time I tried to remove the lesson onto something more important, she insisted I tell her again about Calenhad. How the Fereldan say his hair is twice as yellow as the sun, and his chin more chiseled than the tallest peak in the Frostbacks. Twice now I've had to tear down drawings she stacked up in her bedroom of a man shirtless. We moved to the werewolves, which was even worse. As you may already know, the Fereldans venerate the folk heroes Dane and Hafter. Dane was said to be a werewolf, and Hafter have to have descended from one. No enlightened man or woman could ever view such beasts, people with anything but revulsion. But, you know Fereldans and their love of wildlife. Unfortunately, tales of the wolfmen set the little mistress's imagination afire. When she suggested we put on a play for you and her lord father, I could not say no. I'm afraid that's why Marshallay was running around through the mansion wearing wet furs and frightening the chambermaids. She's rehearsing a scene in which Hafter drives back the Darkspawn. I've been informed that some priceless family heirlooms were destroyed amidst all that confusion, and I cannot fully express my dismay. I understand if my abject failure as a tutor results in my immediate dismissal. A letter from Brother Bernard to his former employer.
I grew up in Ferelden, near Honwood. I was transferred to Kirkwall shortly after the Blight. This is the first I've returned in almost 10 years.
You haven't seen Ferelden in 10 years. Are you glad to be back?
I was not sorry to leave at the time. I did not expect to return. Now, between the Divine's murder and the breach, I've arrived to find nothing but chaos.
Long story short, main reason he left 10 years ago, amount of time between the Blight and now, is because of the whole deal at the Circle, the Ferelden Circle, and the demons, and yeah, he was tortured. Long story short. Good guy, but he had a hard time.
You were in Ferelden during the Blight.
Play
Did
Origins.
you fight Darkspawn?
No. I was stationed at Ferelden's Circle Tower. The Circle had troubles of its own. I remained there during the Blight.
What happened at the Circle Tower?
Few who survived the Blight have fond memories of that time. I would prefer not to speak of it.
Okay, don't talk about it then.
What was Kirkwall like?
While I was there, Canary occupied and then attacked the city. The Viscount's murder caused political unrest. Relations between Mages and Templars fell apart. An apostate blew up the Chantry, and the Knight Commander went mad. Other than that, it was fine.
Other than that, it was fine. It was fine.
What happened between Kirkwall's Mages and Templars?
You were at the Conclave. You must have heard people speak of it.
Laying on my stuff.
Yes, but you were there.
There was tension between Mages and Templars long before I arrived. Eventually, it reached a breaking point. There was fighting in the streets. Abominations began killing both sides. It was a nightmare.
What happened then?
The Templars should have restored order. But Red Lyrium had driven Knight Commander Meredith mad. She threatened to kill Kirkwall's champion. Turned on her own men. I'm not sure how far she would have gone. Too far.
So you opposed her?
I stood with the champion against her, in the end. I should have seen through Meredith sooner.
Varric's from Kirkwall. Did you two know each other?
I knew he was friends with the champion of Kirkwall, but little else. We've spoken more since I joined the Inquisition, largely at Varric's insistence. Apparently I spend too much time with a serious expression on my face, and it's bad for my health.
I'll let you return to your work.
Another time, then.
Well, it isn't good for you. I'll give him that much. Alright, moving on. So, yeah, we're spending a little more time in Haven than I intended at first, but sometimes you just have to spend time where you need to go. Okay, so. We'll do... What do I do first? Well. Oh yeah, okay, so we finally got to Seeing Red. So that was the quest I was saying that there's a lot of stuff we need to go take care of. We didn't take care of at the time. Okay, so we're gonna go to the crossroads real fast. Alright. Someday we'll wander on round, round, round. But it takes a minute. If anybody knows how to get rid of that annoying on-air thing on the side, that'd be really awesome to learn. I got a feeling it's probably going to be something like you need to stream through your computer, but
I'll keep an eye out.
that's not really an option quite yet. We're working on that, but hopefully if I do that I can get rid of that obnoxious thing over on the side. I really don't think you guys need to know I'm on air or anything. But thankfully it doesn't interfere with the screen, so that's good. See? There's good old Fort Connor. Is that Fort? No. That's that other fort. John has footstep or something.
The healer says we have to thank you for convincing her to join us. She's already saved some lives.
Farewell.
Yay.
And you as...
Hey, wait.
Can I help you with anything?
Farewell.
And...
That's some bull. Supposed to do something. That's annoying. Okay, so we're gonna slide down here. Oh god, that's a... Never mind. So we're gonna go up here real fast and... I think I got everything.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I passed round what you found. No one will go hungry.
Well, that's good. I'm glad. We can make life a little easier for these poor refugees. On the side of the video stream is the it's basically how they show your on-air live on PlayStation. Or if you play through PlayStation 4, it'll bring up the sidebar that tells you you're on air, how many people are viewing.
Goodbye.
And
Thank you so much for your help.
it's supposed to show comments from Twitch, but it never works. Just kind of a flaw in the design.
Yes, sir.
There's no real option to get rid of it on the console, so it just kind of hangs out there, but it's not like it's really big. It just looks bigger because I guess I'm seeing it on my TV instead. Oh good, the watchtower should be done. So we'll actually, God, I hate doing that. I hate jumping back to Haven after I do other stuff.
I've got the refugees bundled up nice and warm.
Well, good. Everything's taken care of. Which the view counter is kind of useful for me because a lot of times it also counts my Twitch streamers.
Can I help you with anything?
Farewell.
And you as well.
So I guess I'll have to wait a little while before I can do anything with that. There's supposed to be a conversation once you do everything. So first, actually, I think it'll probably be after this. We can actually go talk to him. But we've got to go back to Haven and do this. I hate jumping back and forth like this. But we have to have these watchtowers, I think, for the last thing to kick over, which will be good. So let's get up here. Then we'll go straight to Dennett, talk to all those people, and be done with this. And Josephine's done too, so that's good. We can kill a whole bunch of birds with a whole lot less stones.
Walk in peace.
Though you had granted them power over the very
I will take these injury reports to research
though
in the
they
nave.
sang hymns of praise unending, though they could do anything, they destroyed nothing, created nothing, loved nothing.
Yeah, the loading time's a little long, but it's rendering a lot more than, say, the earlier Dragon Age. The earlier Dragon Age would load pretty fast, but all the areas were very compact. With this game, it's loading most all the area at once. But it's not a terribly long time. Mass Effect can be pretty long. The older Mass Effects were really long. Build Watchtowers. Commander Cullen. With the Watchtowers built, we had an advanced warning of demon and ban attacks. The area is safer for both refugees and the farmers who have fled the nearby fields. Much appreciated, sir. It's good to know that the Inquisition are willing to put in the time to help those people. Corporal Vale. That's what I needed to have happen. Alright, choose successor in Lides. Ambassador Montelier. I'm of course pleased to aid the Inquisition in its holy endeavor. My wife Carolina has recently been taken by a religious fervor and has declared her intention to live the rest of her life in a small chantry near the Arbor Wilds, where she will have the solitude necessary to live her life in spiritual reflection and repentance. As such, I have sold most of her gowns and jewelry, and am pleased to make the resulting funds my gift to the Inquisition. Yours, Duke Stefan de Furman. 104 gold. And then we do with Carolina now out of play, either Monet or Jean Gaspard will be the next Duchess or Duke of Lides. Jean Gaspard has made a strong claim with his fellow nobles find attacking Monet's youth and lack of experience in the game. For her part, Monet relies heavily upon her Chantry tutor, Mother Renette, who is rather desperately attempted to start a rumor that Jean Gaspard owes his birth to his mother's affair with a traveling Grey Warden. Oh no! I've done some digging, and the rumors about Jean Gaspard's parentage are true. Shall we make that knowledge public? A few well-chosen words will send Monet back to the Chantry with no harm done. Do it.
Let's see what we have.
So that's intriguing. I haven't done that way. And then the drop and grab we can send.
At your service.
Just me. So now everybody's got something. Well, I think, yeah. Does everybody have something to do? No, he just couldn't do that. Okay. The longest load I think you deal with in this game is the opening load when it's loading up your character and stuff. Which is understandable. It's loading up basically everything you've done so far, because everything you've done so far you do in the game for the most part has an effect somewhere. It's not like some of the other games where it was like you make a decision, it's like, oh, this may or may not affect the ending. Like a lot of these, small or big, have a minor effect on how the game goes. Like, it has an effect on who you see around and about everywhere. It has an effect on what quests you do. And it's just, I don't even know how they fixed up this whole... I would not want to be the person who had to put that all in of how the tiered stuff goes. Because some War Table missions, if you do some and don't do others, it comes up. It brings up different quest line or different processes of quest. And the same with people. Certain things that you do will affect either certain people in your party, yourself, or some other thing that you then have to go take care of. Like some friends and I like to joke, we call it it's kind of like it's a never-ending stream of side quests if you set them up right. And there's some side quests you can't even do if you don't pay attention. Like, you can actually miss them. So, it's a big to-do. The main thing I like about all these side quests is it gives me time, or all the loading is it gives me time to...
You deal with the wolves, and our farmers will be safe again.
Talk.
The wolves should be back to normal now. They shouldn't be any further trouble.
That's good to hear. I'll send word to the farmers and let my husband know what you've done. It may not seem like much, but you've given this land hope it desperately needed. Thank you.
Alright. So that's one part of this done.
If those refugees are going to defend themselves, they'll need real defenses. I've got a few ideas.
So J-Lights, this game good. I think it's good. I've known some people who have thought about getting it, but don't seem like they'd be into it.
That'll give both your refugees and our farmers some warning next time trouble pays a visit. I'll speak to the master and have weapons sent to your people at the crossroads.
I personally think that this game's pretty great. The thing I like about it is, and I was telling Conqueror of Worlds this earlier, I love that that there's so much that you can do, and there's so many ways you can adjust the story as you go. So you can come into the game, play one time, and turn around and come back later in a second playthrough and play it, and things be really different from how you started. So that's my big thing with this game, is you can do so much and still not do everything. So that's the big thing in the characters too.
You got rid of those demon-cursed wolves. Should be safer for our farmers now.
But that's a big thing I like about this game, is that I think this is only the second race that I've played, and I still have 2 more races to ever play through. And each character has different, like a human is going to be treated differently from an elf, and from what I understand, a dwarf and a Qunari are the same. But if you've ever played a Dragon Age game at all, then this is a really nice addition to the category. And even if you haven't, I was actually watching another Twitch streamer playing this, and he's never played the other games, and he's playing this totally blind, and he seems to be really enjoying it. So I've understood that some people say if you really like The Witcher, or if you like Witcher games, then you'll really like this game. It has a lot of choices and a lot of different things to do.
Those watchtowers will keep my farmers and your refugees a lot safer. I've sent supplies to the crossroads. You've held up your end of our bargain, Inquisition. You'll have my whole stable and good hands to go with it.
I play a mild variety of games. I play about a lot of things, from like Pokemon to Call of Duty. I'm trying to work. I was working earlier this summer through Final Fantasy X. I didn't get very far. I got part of the way through it, but I think I'm still like not even halfway in the pool. I've played the Mass Effect series. I love those games. And I've just played a lot of games. My big thing is I like a game with a good story.
You said you...
Oh god, I already did this conversation.
And now they're all yours, Inquisition. Take care of them.
You sent your stable...
Well, you've cleaned... Still, it feels wrong to abandon my land to go play Horsemaster again.
Are you Andrastian? This is a matter of faith. The Maker would want the best to join us.
I've heard some things about you lot. Can't say I'm not interested in what it all means. All right, Inquisition. I'll look to your horses myself. Never let it be said that Redcliffe gave less than the best. Just let me settle matters here and say goodbye to my wife. I'll meet you at Haven.
Okay, so what I was gonna say is, if you like a game with a good story, this is a really great game to get into. It can seem kind of long if you do every single side quest along the way, but otherwise it's a really great game. It's a lot of good playthrough, a lot of decent fighting. So yeah, if you like games with good stories, a decent bit of fighting and some interesting decisions to make along the way, this is where to go. Because some days your decisions are bad or worse. So, but yeah, I've played like, I enjoy playing. I haven't streamed it yet. I play Call of Duty, play Mass Effect Andromeda. That's just on this console. I have Assassin's Creed Unity. I've played into some. And then I was gonna play all the Assassin's Creed, never did it. Actually, I own all the Assassin's Creeds, don't played through them all. I've tried playing Skyrim and I couldn't get into it. I'm sorry. That's the one game I've not gotten into, is Skyrim, and I feel bad, but I've tried. It's hard for me to think about all the games, because I play so many. I enjoyed like 3DS and DS games like Fire Emblem, Pokemon, Golden Sun, things like that. So I'm really into a good story. What am I doing? I don't even know. Oh, I was gonna go back to over here in a second. But yeah, I played the whole Dragon Age series, all of Mass Effect, Call of Duty. I'd stay with the Black Ops part of Call of Duty though. But I have played a lot of different games. And I try to. I have friends that I like to watch them play games because I don't own them, but it's nice to also watch them play because I can be like, oh, I really like that game, but I can't own it because I don't own it. I can't play on PC. One of the few struggles.
I've put out the call to the farmers.
Okay, so I can't do anything about that. So we're gonna go back to the crossroads.
You're certain?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you know.
This is, I think, one of my favorite games other than probably the third Mass Effect, probably top games. A lot of people don't like it because of the ending, but I can't say that the ending kills the whole game for me.
Thank you.
Where did I go to Vale? Why did I go clear around the world? Just yeah.
Braised ram with all the trimmings.
Okay.
I'm pleased to hear it.
Fine day to you.
I always have a struggle when I think of all the games I play, because I've been playing games for like ever now.
Can I help you with anything?
Oh.
Farewell.
And you as well.
Okay. We'll eventually get to him. I can talk to him later. I think. So what else do we need to do on this map? Memories of the Grey. I have to get Blackwall. I get Blackwall to do those because I don't want to deal with it. Him wanting about it later. Oh, we can't go get that right now. We really need to go take care of that. We need to go do that. So we're gonna start over here and then go over there. Oh, and I also like the Civilization games. They're pretty fun. I do those every now and then when I just feel like conquering things, but without all the other added negotiations involved with other things. I haven't played in a long time, but I do. That was always one of my favorites to get to play. Played Sims. I like Sims. I just play a lot. Like to play a lot of different games. Like try different things. I really kind of want to play Shadow of Mordor. I don't know, I'm one of those I don't want to buy a game and I not like it. I also wish I had time to finish playing all the demos I downloaded. That would be good. Okay, cool. Thanks, Conqueror of Worlds. I don't know. I once, old and weird, I once played one of the Lord of the Rings online once. It was a really long time ago. And I couldn't get into it, but I've been pretty intrigued with Shadow of Mordor for a while, especially since the price dropped so dramatically there for a little while. I just haven't revisited it. But I do actually like Lord of the Rings, so. Wait a minute. No, okay. Darn it. Now go. I really don't think I should. Oh no, I can't kill a Nug. He's like right there. Alright. Red lyrium. One vein taken out. I'm not killing the Nug because the Nug was over by the red lyrium. I don't want a Nug that's been in red lyrium. I don't think it's healthy. Okay, so here's where we're gonna go. We are going to start here. We're gonna go clear over here. Reason being is beyond all that, there's a fortress back here, and we're gonna go take it over. And by take it over, I mean we're just gonna go claim it and call it a day. Oh, wow.
Nothing to report, sir.
Yeah, I hope not, because you gave me a thing for tapestries. I still haven't finished that yet. Oh, that's a Finnick. I feel good.
One down!
They're not that great. Oh, yeah, this is a game where you can kind of, like... You kill enemies, you kill animals. Well, not... You don't want to kill a lot of animals, because then there's nothing to see while you're playing your game. It's also a game where you can drown. That's fun. Nobody likes drowning though, but you know you can. Just saying. Oh god, I need to stop running into rocks. Oh, if you play a game and you see that guy, do not kill him. For the love of God, don't kill him. Like, just don't. If you see a ram that is not like white and brown, it's like a yellow goldish color, please don't kill him. You will regret your life so much if you kill him. Well, you might not. I don't know how you feel, but he's part of a quest, basically. And I haven't gotten the quest because I have other things to do. You know, other important things. Lure found on a corpse. She told us right and proper, son, 3 times around the crowned statue. Right hand close enough to brush the stone itself, and the spirits will listen. Everything else has been done. We slipped a silver to the Chantry to save grandfather's body from the burning, and he's very close by. 3 times around, always turning right, and the spirits will bring him back to us. Go now, don't be afraid. Well, that's just... If you don't know, the reason that people burn bodies in this game is because demons. Demons will come and take over your loved one and kill everyone. They will bring your... Oh god, there's a bear. Nope, I'm gonna kill the bear. Not today, bear. Hey. Okay, yeah, so bears. This bear is okay. If we see a great bear, I'm gonna run like a little girl out of this place, because we're not dealing with those. Great bears are bad. Hey, crown statue. It's got a crown. That means it's a crown. Alright, Saga of Tear to Bright Axe of Our Mother. I'm not reading this. That is, I'm gonna draw the line there. I'll read you about anything else. I'm not gonna read this. If you want me to, I'll even make a special video where I read the Saga of Tear to Bright Axe. 1, 2, move. This don't work. Hey, look. It's a dead corpse. Kids, this is why we don't.
I confess, Solus, I am surprised you decided to remain.
Why? The breach remains a threat to us all.
Just the same. I wondered if you might leave now that we have a plan to seal it.
Flee before the Inquisition throws me in chains? I take my commitment seriously, Seeker. Come what may, I shall see this through.
As you wish. Though I cannot guarantee what will happen in the days to come.
Alright. Sometimes I actually stop when they're having a good conversation, because some of these conversations are Alright. A few less bandits on the road. I don't think that's gonna hurt anybody. Oh. Now with Iron Bolt, we actually do need to give him some weapons and stuff, armor. Nope. There's another. These bears are really far out. They're never this far. What is going on? It's just a pack of them. I always feel bad killing these things because they're just dogs. Sometimes some decisions you make in this game are very questionable, to be honest.
There are defenses prepared ahead. Prepare yourself.
Okay. For Ferelden! The Inquisition! I'm not wanting to die!
Another flyer is dead.
Did the bear have to come back and get involved too? Like, why? Why does the bear get involved?
One down.
Okay. There's just a pile of loot bags. Oh my god. See, these are moments that almost make me feel bad while I'm playing. There's just a pile of loot bags. And these are basically, I guess, little satchels they carry, or their weapons. I don't know. Okay. So we finished grabbing all that crap. More loot. Letter on abandoned in the Hinterlands. The patrol pattern is not negotiable upon any encounter resulting in injuries. Mark trail and withdraw to the villa. We must remain in fighting condition to apply appropriate force and keep refugees clear from the area. Oh, really? This is why we're going to the... This is why we're going to the fortress in the mountains, because we're going to deal with this where it starts. Mostly so we can get rid of annoyances. Okay, so moving on. We're in Hafter's Woods. If you remember the earlier story, Hafter. After the werewolf. Either way, it's a lot of werewolves. We're gonna go this way. And then we're gonna go this way. So the encampment is this way. We're gonna go over here first and claim. I think you claim this. Claiming things half the time, I'm just like claiming stuff going, yes, I claimed a thing. Okay, this should be the last stanza of Tear to Bright Axe of Our Mother. Okay, Tear to Bright Axe, I'll read the last one. It's the last one. Dear to Brix of our chieftain, strong her tribe with dwarven trade. Battles brought to men and demons, one with wisdom, fire, and blade. Then did Tyrda look to Hinder, dwarf prince friend, children giver, took her freedom, Hinder glad, wished her what he could not give her. Chose her child to stand as chieftain after all last wrongs were righted. Gifted goods of worldly want, left her tribe no more benighted. Skyward one last trek she made, to her lover dream delivered, raven feather reunited, hearts both whole, neither aching. Aww, yeah, I'm moving on. Lovely moment. Let's go get to the campsite before we find more bears. Particularly a great bear. It's the only bad thing when you get to this part. And I actually wasn't going to let my stream go this long, but things happen. So basically what I want to do is try to decide if I hang around long enough to do the fortress, if people will stay around to watch, or if I go ahead and end here today and come back tomorrow and do the fortress. I haven't decided yet. Actually, the fortress doesn't take long. It actually doesn't even take long to get there.
Decent spot to camp.
Oh, of course there's a bear. Yeah, you run. You run. Don't run. That was not what I planned to happen. Hey. Listen here. And there's an assassin right behind me.
One down!
There's another bear. They're normal bears. It's okay. Do not tell me that's another bear. Nope, that is a body? No, it's a little small. That's something. Nope. Are you serious? Did someone else show up? My god.
I doubt that's the last of them. Come on.
Yep, because there's another one. And he's coming down off the hill. Whatever's coming down the hill. It's another dog. That's great. I feel bad enough after that. There's something else that's bring its way up here, so we gotta deal with that too. Okay. Am I done now, or does somebody else want to show up? Because, bring it on. I'm right here. That's what I thought. Run. Run like a little girl. Come on. Come on. Bring it on. Come on. Guess we're gonna clean house before we go set up our camp. Otherwise everything's gonna try to eat us. Or like what happened one time, I claimed the camp and then like everything in the woods showed up to my campsite. So remember kids, when you go camping, be sure to hang up. Are you... I'm so not in the mood. Yeah, you run. You run, bear. You run. There's just this random loot chest behind here. I antagonize bears and dogs, and I don't antagonize great bears. I run. I am a runner. I do not deal with great bears. That's where I like draw the line. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead. We are not gonna find this right now.
Something here. Let's
because
look
if
around.
we find this, I might have to hear about it all friggin' day. But we are gonna put Senna's flowers down. Senna, beloved, may your ashes be gathered by Falon Den and carried safely after all the long years you carried me. Aww. That's so sweet. Okay, so where are we going? We're going to go take care of this crap. Because I'm getting tired of getting beat up by mercenaries too. Well, some people might say, but mercenaries are just part of the game. Getting your face beat in by a whole bunch of random people. And I would like to agree with you, but I also am just tired of beating this nut. Everything hides in the woods. Was a adventure camp. There's nothing here. There. Moving on. Kinda miss my flaming sword, but no, I'm not gonna go make runes right now. Why do you have stuff to make runes right now? Ah. Good sir, tally ho. As long as no one messes me right down and says, I need you to help me do something, I'm just gonna glare at them and be like, nope, I'm busy. Streaming. I like streaming. It's actually pretty fun. I wasn't sure I was gonna enjoy it because I don't do a whole lot of all the time just talking to myself or to other people. But I've actually enjoyed it. I'm learning. I'm getting more stuff. I just... Oh. Okay, we took care of that guy. And his friends. So now we can move forward. What was that? So here's a villa we've been hearing about. We're gonna go take care of it too. Okay, so that's upstairs. I don't know about that. Okay, so we're gonna go to Grand Forest Villa. That the lush and beautiful Grand Forest Villa is so far from Redcliffe Castle seems odd. Only until one learns its history behind its construction. More than an age before the Orlesian occupation of Ferelden, Earl Jason Guerin, ordered its construction to serve as comfortable living quarters for his close friend, famed singer and swordsman Sir Coram the Bard. Arlessa Marguerite, Jason's wife, evidently understood and supported her husband's relationship with Coram, only stipulating that the Bard not live at the castle to avoid any public scandal. Earl Jason's Ride was a popular tavern song for many years, jokingly honoring the Earl's attempts to return from the villa before the sun rose. Sir Coram lived happily there until his death in bed at the age of 90, several years after the death of Earl Jason himself. The aged Arlessa Marguerite ordered Coram's body burned with full honors in a hunting cloak that belonged to the Earl. After Sir Coram's death, the villa was used by the Earl's family for guests as a summer home for younger family members. It was abandoned during the chaos of the Fifth Blight. Well, that's disappointing. I'd live here. This place is nice. Except all the bandits. That's a major downside of this place right now. We gotta deal with it. Maybe they live trying to get rid of all these mercenaries. I guess that's why I come for take these problems. You know. Family business. Not really. My character's family business is if you're the youngest kid in the family, you go join the Chantry. And he's think about that. But has family business to go do. Holy things. I can't pick up anything else. I don't care if you've got an team in itself lighting your asses on fire. The mercenaries provide enough protection for you to continue operation. If necessary, more will be dispatched to your location. Keep the docks working and keep the product moving. Delays will not be tolerated. Ho ho ho. This is where I needed to go, actually. We need to go in the inventory real fast, actually, because we need to drop some stuff. Or do something with it. Let's look in... No, not that. Yeah. Okay, we just need to make some room. We're running. We're a little tight on stuff. Token of the Packmaster. What do I have right now? That's what I want to know. Oh. Cooldown amulet. I need that, actually. Okay, Varric needs... urgency. Yeah, I know who's getting that right now. I've had Varric die so many times, it's not even funny. Okay, that's not gonna help him any. Well, that might. We'll just enhance the caltrips a lot. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. If we do that, we empty up a few more spots. Not a lot, but enough. Nope. Still not to level 9, so I can't use that yet. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep that because we're gonna get rid of it. That's mine. Level 9. Are you serious? Come on. I need room. Killing me, Smalls. Okay. I'm gonna get rid of that. And that. Oh, she can finally equip that, so I'm gonna give that to her. Okay, so we managed to clear out a little bit of room, which is good, because you do find some loot here. And if not just loot itself, loot from people. I don't got anything to spend. She does, though. Constitution's important. Oh, ice. I don't do a lot of ice mine. Ice mine is really irritating because they have to actually hit it. Okay, dexterity either way. Move faster without... Yeah, you need to move faster. Okay. So, we are now going to decimate the forces of this fortress. And see, that right there as well, we always give Varric Leaping Shot. It allows him to jump like 20 feet out of the way, which for him
Seeker,
is good.
You initially believed our Herald of Andraste was involved in the attack on the Conclave, yes?
I did. The evidence seemed damning, given the lack of an alternative.
Yet you changed your mind.
You also heard the voices at the temple. Is it so surprising I listened to them?
Sadly, yes. Too few invested with authority possess the courage to alter their course. They fear the appearance of weakness.
The truth is more important than my reputation. And anyone wishing to accuse me of weakness is welcome to try.
Which means that she will have to schedule a duel with Josephine to beat the sin out of you so that... Okay, so when I level up again, I am going to fix this issue I seem to have. Haha! The key to Valamar. A letter from the Carta. We hired your mercenary organization to facilitate this business venture, not add complication. In order for the Carta to extract the product without attracting undue attention, the area must be free from observation. If the fighting between the apostate mages and the renegade Templars is insufficient, your efforts were to dissuade refugees from exploring the area and interfering with our operation. We are meeting at our primary base of operations in Valamar to determine the next course of action. At your earliest convenience, send representatives to the location marked and explain the situation and obtain new instructions. An unsigned letter found in a remote mountain villa. The plot thickens. An unsigned letter of the Inquisition's growing presence in the area presents a threat to the operation. Focus efforts on discouraging any further exploration in the area, particularly any efforts to give comfort to the refugees at the crossroads. We cannot have people putting down roots here. Tough luck, suckers. I showed up. I'm on break things. Something over here, I don't remember. Nope. Okay. The catapults would be nice, though. We need pretty good. Okay. Now we're gonna go over here and beat the snot out of this guy. There should be a guy over here. I think I'm wrong place. Nope. I don't see one. So first we're gonna climb up here. There's some things up here we need to get. If I need to, I mean, I like loot. So money, something else. Another piece of our mosaic. Now I gotta wait for everyone to get upstairs. Alright, go back down. Aha, there you are. Just took you a minute to spawn. Those guys are a lot easier to kill when they're your only enemy you're facing. If you're dealing with them and a whole bunch of other things, you want to try to get all of your friends to help you to absolutely dispatch that jerk. Otherwise, you deal with a lot more problems than you want. Now I could calm down or I could just jump off. And... oh, no. Okay, that was a good chunk of my health. I did not mean to do that. We'll do this Oculon real fast. One. Two. Oh, hurry. 4. The last one. 5. Alright. So, oh no! No, no, no. Oh. Oh man. I should. We'll do a couple of the quick quests in here, and then I'll fast travel over closer to Valmar, and that's where we'll actually end for the evening. I've just got to actually get over here, take care of this problem, and then get back. Just for future reference, I may not be streaming this tomorrow. Oh, there's a bear. I may not stream this tomorrow. I may actually do Mass Effect tomorrow. I haven't decided yet. I might stream this tomorrow. I'm not sure. It's not really too much of a good thing.
Make it take you.
And so right now we're like one of the first major things that happen, but we're not completely. But we haven't got to the next big thing. So the first big thing is the initial seeing the breach and closing the first rift over the breach. We did that. So we've still got more. Ooh, we got another perk. Yes. So actually, instead of going to the King of Valmar, we'll go to Haven, and I'll get us our new. I'll grab us our new thing. One of our new perks, because if we remember, to get Deft Hand and Fine Tools, we need 4 points in Liliana's branch. So we're going to add another point to that. And hopefully be able to go ahead and now these things are a lot more than the other locations. They're really stuck in miles. Bears don't do that. Bears are cool. What was that? Oh, my friend's streaming. Cool. I need to go watch him in a second. So for you guys, I'm gonna grab these shards. Oh, and the quest I just did, I probably should have explained that before I did it and put stuff on the stone. What that was actually, if you recall, by chance. What was that? Oh, they're killing a bear. I'm gonna leave them alone. If you recall, if you were watching at the beginning of my stream, I was over at a bridge, and there was a note on a guy saying, just take it back. Just to take the thing back, go deal with it, all that good stuff. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll go take it back. I guess I picked it up. Didn't tell me what I picked up. So you bring it out here, and basically, I guess it completes some kind of thing, and a rage demon comes and you kill it. It's not a big rage demon, it's a pretty moderate, so it's more of a lesser rage demon. There's in the first 2 Dragon Ages, Origins and 2, there's actually, or at least no, it was the first. Origins had all the cool stuff in it. It had all like the classifications. There's like a lesser rage demon, and there's a big rage demon. And that was more of a lesser one. It wasn't big. Those things can get huge. Okay. Are we gonna jump back off this? Yep. YOLO. I got less damage that time. Sweet. Okay. So. From here, we're gonna go. I should go get my shards, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Not right now. So we're gonna jump back over to Haven. I'm going to go get that new perk. And then that should complete this live stream actually for today. Like I said, I'm not sure if I'm going to stream this tomorrow, but I think I will stream something. I was gone a couple days on a little short trip, so I think I'm definitely going to put up some more streams. I don't have a schedule. I don't do much on schedules. I just kind of get here when I can. I usually try to do my streams, though, in the later afternoon, early evening. I try not to do them too late. I don't want to be up too long. But I usually try to stream, if I do, around like 6 or 7. That's about the time I usually prefer to stream. Sometimes 8. It just depends on what I'm streaming, how long I'm streaming. that whole sense of things. I also have to go to Redcliffe and get a quest so we can go back and help out our ram friend over there who's not like the others. So the next Let's Play we'll definitely have some things that we need to get done, or we need to do anyways.
So, I noticed you crept back into the garden late last night. I hope they will take you weren't after that iron bull.
Oh.
I will take these injury reports to research.
I'll tell the apothecary what you
find anything.
Really? I have nothing? I killed so many people and I have nothing. You always want to watch with your creature items, because sometimes you can get a ton of those, and by the time you go turn them in, you get like a few thousand XP, and you're like, oh my god, I could have leveled up like 3 years ago. Okay, so like I was saying, you have different sets of Inquisition perks that you can get. And these include like underworld knowledge and nobility knowledge and things like that. And they're for different things. So if I get, say I do a forces perk, it's going to give Cullen a boost. I do secrets, that gives Liliana a burst. Connections gives Josephine a burst. And Inquisition stuff just kind of, I can't remember if it gives everybody burst or something like that. But it is helpful. But what we need to do is we have 2, 3, we need 1 more. We can do this. So I'm gonna do... We're gonna do this optimal cutting, because we do need more herbs. And it does let you sometimes get more than originally thought you could get. Okay, so we got drop and grab. The papers we received from Sarah's friends document a Lord sabotage of rivals' marriage. Quite the scandalous affair, very useful in applying her influence. So with that we get 30 influence. Pretty cool stuff. Alright, so up here we have Upon the Waking Sea. The Almari ruins found in the mountain passages outside Haven have finally given up more of their secrets, pointing to one of the larger islands off the northern coast of Ferelden. The island is quite large and covered in dense wilderness, so searching it will be an involved process. According to the runes, however, there should be some connection to the original disciples of Andraste and the guardian of the sacred ashes. And if your venture is trustworthy enough to send them to the islands, let them search and report back to us. Our stealth, few skilled agents given enough time to quietly search the islands. And as soon as you show interest in the area, other will follow, so let's go and force and occupy the islands. I'm gonna think on that one later, and hopefully do it. Locate weapon of Tyr Brightaxe. Inquisitor, as a longtime scholar of ancient Avar, I find the information you covered about Tyr Brightaxe fascinating. Many believe the Avar and sophisticated barbarians with no culture worth studying. But do not our legions say the same of us? The rich oral tradition of the Avar has been largely lost, leaving only these rune-marked fragments. Nevertheless, these confirm what we have heard in stories, that Tyrda pulled her tribe away from a would-be warlord and chose a hard life in the mountains for uncertain reasons. It is fortunate that she did, for had the Avar remained, the ancient Alamari might have pushed north and attracted the attention of the Neromanian tribes that would one day form the Deventer Imperium. Had that happened, it is unlikely the Alamari would have survived to become Ferelden as we know it. Based on marker runes left at each of these locations, I may be able to find the site where Tyrda's legendary axe is located. A crystal-headed axe said to burn with flame would be fascinating find indeed if the Inquisition will finance my expedition. Yours, Sister Dorcas Gordon. Or Garen. If it's worth our time, I can bribe this scholar with soldiers to protect her. Sister Dorcas has distant ties to Ferelden nobility. There are nobles who would happily gain favor with Arl Eamon by helping her. What's in a goal?
To what?
16 hours as opposed to 21. So it should be done by tomorrow. I hope. So, and actually tomorrow we might kick off one of these bad boys. I'm not going to tell you which yet. But that's the fun part, right? Alright. So, let's get out of this bad boy. So that is gonna do it for our stream today. Our Let's Play stream. I hope you guys enjoyed dropping by, watching me play some Dragon Age Inquisition, and I hope you didn't mind my reading the different codexes and things. I figure that some people who may not know the game or may just be curious as to what I'm learning along the way might want to hear some of them. Others I won't read, but some I will. Especially not. It just depends on the content. So, tomorrow, or the next day, depending on whether I stream this game tomorrow, will revolve a lot around going to Valimar, getting ourselves into the middle of this Mage and Templar rebellion and picking a side to support, and basically just getting up to general inquisitorial nonsense. So be sure to tune in. We'll have a lot of fun either way. And if you don't really like Andromeda multiplayer, that's cool too. I sometimes just do the stream for fun and kind of get a break between this, because then the story gets a little heavy. So I like to take a break, lighten up the mood. So I hope you all have a great evening. I hope a lot of you guys decide to come back tomorrow or the next day, depending on if you're just watching for the Inquisition stream or otherwise. And I hope to see you all then. Thanks for tuning into my stream. So this is Oswick Renegade, and I'm signing off for the evening. Bye!